All right.
Live.
We are?
Yes.
Like properly?
Yes,
We're-
they
we're-
should be
we're
able
in?
to see you,
They can see and hear us?
supposedly.
Okay, perfect. Hello, everyone. Welcome into the Offensive Charm podcast. I am Alex, most just call me Jazz. And of course, I'm joined as well by my dear, dear friends, Emerada and Bear. Mr. E-Bear, that is.
Yeah.
And
Hi.
yeah, we're here for episode. Sorry, which one is it?
110.
110. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow, 110 already? That's crazy. Also, make sure I've actually got the fucking. There we go. I want to see the chat. I want to know who missed me.
I'm
I want to
sorry.
know who missed me.
If you hear anything weird, it's because my cat's trying to chew on my microphone.
I think I can maybe kind of hear that a little bit. But
He's purring.
hey, it is what it is. Oh, that's cute. that's Chuck Norris or what?
Yeah, that's Chuck. Mr. Norris.
Oh. Do we have any video updates of Chuck Norris for the week?
We can.
you were-
Hold on.
Yeah, let's see. We were doing those for like a little bit after you got him. So
Just got to go to my profile. It's the easiest way to do it.
mm-hmm.
And then media. That's a picture. Chucky.
But yeah, I do apologize everyone for missing last week. I might get into that a little bit once we get to the weeks. But I'm back. I'm here. Everything's good. It's fine. I'm okay. Not dead or dying. So
I
put your
didn't kill
worries
him.
aside.
That's a nasty rumor.
Yes, and I'll be back indefinitely, so no worries there. But hey, big round of applause, of course, to both Bear and Rada here for holding down the fort while I was gone. They did a fantastic job. I'm sure you'll all agree.
He's lying. That's fine.
I'm so sorry to our audience.
Yeah. I mean, we showed up, we were here, but the guest did a fantastic job. We, however, that's questionable.
It's like when you show up to a fast food place and it's just new people working.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no.
No. How did these people get hired? They obviously don't know how to run the fry machine. Is that kind of thing. I dropped a picture of one of my videos of Chuck in the
No, I got it.
video. Yeah.
I do got it. I grabbed it on a tab. We should definitely let people look at your cat while you're explaining the things and the stuff.
Here, because I really like his face in this one. It's so cute. So the things and the stuff, yeah. So if you want to ask us any questions at any point in the show, just go ahead and drop them in the Q&A when we will get to those at the end of the stream. However, if at any point in time during the stream you have something really exciting or interesting that you want us to talk about, or something that you want us to see, or you just want to make Jazz say something funny, you go ahead and send us some money. We will do it for money. And because we appreciate you. Every money that you give us is going directly back into the podcast while we pay artists and do things like, revamp the set and everything to give you a better experience. But it's never expected. It's just nice to have. If, like I said, if you want to do anything for free, you just go ahead and put it in the Q&A.
Yeah, and of course, every bit of support goes right back towards the channel itself. Having art or new intros. We are working on stuff in the background, and it's coming along. It's not quite ready yet, but I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised with what we have in store. And we'll definitely let you know when the big reveal is going to be happening. So, keep an eye out for that as well.
Yep.
I mean, aside from that, I guess we're kind of good to go here. I mean, I hope you
crap.
all had a... Yeah.
No, it's only minor. Don't worry about it. They just can't see the video.
Oh.
Because I had to change things since you weren't here.
Oh.
So now I've got to go back and change them back.
I see. No worries then. But yeah, guys, hope you've all been doing well today. Had something to eat, have something to drink, got some good sleep last night, all that good stuff. We know we love to know that you, the audience, are taking care of yourselves, and you definitely should be taking some time to take care of yourself every single day. All that good shit. And yeah, as always, feel free to sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're gonna just get right into it, I guess. Starting with the weeks. Who had a week? You guys want to talk about your weeks first, or should I go ahead and?
No, you go ahead. You didn't get to do it last week. You got 2 weeks to cover.
That is true, though I don't think I have too terribly much to share. I mean, outside of some shifts that have happened in life. So I'm just gonna be honest with you, chat. The reason I wasn't around last week was because I kind of ended up losing my job a little bit. Um, it's
Dropped it
been
down
a
the
bit.
storm drain.
Yeah, been a bit of an ongoing thing with some issues here and there at work, and it all just kind of culminated into the axe is what happened there. So, yeah, not my finest moment, and it was a little rough a few days after that. Needed some time, but I am better now. So, if anybody's concerned about that, no worries there. I'm doing better. I managed to find myself a full-time temp gig, and I'll be starting that in a few days. So, I've got a steady income stream. No worries there. I'm all good. If you still want to, donate more to the stream, because you're worried, you can. I'm just saying that it's not necessary because I am all right. But yeah, so that's that, and then I'm also still putting out some feelers. I may have some leads on a permanent full-time gig that I can take up. So yeah, things are okay for the time being. No worries there. And the podcast should also be fine. Same night, same time, all that good shit.
Less
Other
just scaring me.
Yeah. And that's why everything kind of went a little sideways last week. And I figured you guys had a right to know. Those of you who, come and visit us consistently, we appreciate you. Want to make sure that you're, rest assured on everything, That aside, though, because obviously that was kind of a big thing. Man, job hunting sucks.
Yeah, connected. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Fuck, where's that cat?
I was gonna say, when you say lost connection, you mean to me or to the whole stream?
To the stream.
Oh, shit. Wow, so it's happening to you too now?
Oh no, we're back, but I'm more concerned that it's a cat touching the wires.
Oh, yeah, maybe get him there before he shuts us down. Fuck. Anyway, no, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So job hunting and applicating and all that shit is so rough now. I feel so bad for the younger generations coming into this because, like me, again, I had some things I could work with. I had friends at other warehouses who could help me out. I obviously have the almost a decade of experience doing warehouse work. So my resume looks pretty good in terms of applying for other warehouse positions, including the temp stuff, the what's it called, the part-time, all that shit, right? So I was able to find something pretty quickly and easily thanks to the resume that I have. But like just the application process is just so like fucked and completely impersonal now. Like it's so bad. Like everything is just fucking it's either all like AI sorting through resumes or it's just fucking scams, like Zoom call scams. I didn't know this was a thing until like a few days ago when I started like applying on to stuff on Indeed. But like apparently Zoom call like job application scams are a thing.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And it's so like, because here's the thing, right? As far as scams where it's like, oh, like a weird eBay scalping thing, or I don't know, some obviously suspicious link on Facebook or whatever the fuck, like stuff that's pretty innocuous and you can pretty much ignore and you just go right past. Like when you're putting these scams on Indeed.com for people who are largely, given our current scenario here in America, probably pretty desperate to find some work. Like, what a fucking dick punch to like scam people who just want to get like a consistent income going. Like, Jesus fucking Christ! But some people are just unbelievable assholes. I knew that already, but like it just feels like a new low, It's fucked. But yeah, it's just that's that whole thing, and I'm glad that I'm not really gonna have to worry too much about it, at least for the time being, as long as I'm in the temporal, and then hopefully I can find something permanent while I'm still in the temporal. So then I definitely don't have to worry about the job search again. But yeah, all that aside, as far as like other shit I've been into, not a whole lot. Again, kind of been focusing heavily on the IRL side of things because IRL side of things needed attention. But I did watch. I got back into Reincarnated as a Slime. Picked that back up because I watched like the first couple of seasons, and apparently there's like 2 more seasons. I think they're in the midst of the fourth season. So I started watching that again. And that's still pretty good. It's a lot of fun. It's got a nice mix of comedy and action. So I appreciate it for that. slice of life combined with like the over the top shonen bullshit. It's I don't know. I like a little bit of mixed, you know. Plus the show's animated just really well. I don't know who the fuck they have animating that show, but holy shit, it's really good. It's really good animation. Other than that, I decided to go back through my Steam wish list to, you know, just kind of that was my self therapy, right? It was just like after hours and hours of job searching, I'd just like chill out on the Steam backlog and find something to fuck around with, right? So I finally went in like properly on Ball X Pit, and that game's still awesome, by the way. Like I remember I talked about the demo a while back, but I went in on the full game, and that's a pretty fun little setup. You know, again, it's Brick Break, but with a fucking with a roguelite element to it, right? So it's a roguelite game combined with a Brick Break game. If you ever played Brick Break, it's a lot of it's very simplistic, but like oddly fun, you know. So I appreciate the game for that. And it's also like a little kind of like what do you call like a Stardew Valley type thing, where it's like a village building type game.
Generally, they're cozy sims.
I guess.
But I think in this case, you are looking at more like a city creator, city builder.
Yeah, city builder kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, okay, they're not quite the same.
Got it. Yeah, so the game kind of like goes back and forth between the Brick Break. It almost feels like a mini game compared to the other thing, but the other part is just like a little city builder kind of thing. Pretty like simplistic in that regard, just like a little patch of land grid that you can put little houses on and different different buildings that do different things, usually upgrading your characters for the Brick Break part of the game. You get stuff like, your character shoots more projectiles, the projectiles hit harder, higher crit rate, better move speed, etc., and so on. And there's also buildings that will let you unlock new characters once they're finished being constructed and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty fun game, honestly, I would say. And I think it's only like $10 on Steam, so I'd say solidly worth it. It also did something that I don't think I've actually seen in any other roguelite game I've played thus far. I mean, I feel like it probably does exist in something that I've played, and I'm not aware of it. But I unlocked a character, and like each character has a little gimmick, except for the starting one, who's just like a bog standard vanilla kind of character. But every other character has some weird gimmick. And there was one of them that caught me off guard because his gimmick is he chooses his own upgrades automatically. So like you kind of go through the run and just fucking like hope for the best, like hope that they'll choose the right upgrades, actually like do the evolved combos. Wow, that is loud.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's good.
That's the cat.
I got that. Yes, that was my goodness.
Stop that. Unfortunately, as a VTuber, you guys can't see what he's doing, but he's taken a chunk out of my microphone. The film that goes on the not quite a chunk. He's put a divot in it. I guess we'll put it that way.
Yeah, luckily those pop filters are pretty cheap on Amazon. So
yeah,
you can get a new one
I'd still prefer not to have to buy one.
You can always use a sock.
That too, or many socks. Several socks. The sock filter strat might just be what you need. Rada.
At least until he gets over himself.
Like I is it just me, or does the sock filter strat sound like way more sinister?
It sounds like a pickup artist date rape trick. It's a little
or something, right?
Or a form of birth control.
It sounds like something weird. You would have to be an idiot. You would have to be actually retarded to try that.
Dude, I've heard some stories about people.
Yeah, you've heard stories about fucking sock condoms?
It wouldn't surprise me. Some of the stories I've heard, it would not surprise me. On either side, I can't imagine a woman thinking, yeah, that's a great idea. Go ahead and put that in me. But at the same time, women.
Yeah, it's like, I couldn't even imagine. Like, that's got to be really uncomfortable, right? To just have something made of cloth, just like.
That would, I can't even, and considering the fact most socks aren't exactly thin, and then they're going to be scratchy, and it's going to absorb all kinds of the moisture, but I could still imagine two human beings being desperate enough to do it because humans are dumb. Stop that!
Maybe. Also, hi, Silent Villain. Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. We're just talking about sock condoms. That's what's going on.
And my cat keeps trying to eat my
I was
microphone.
talking about Ball X Pit. Yeah, and Rada's cat is our guest for the podcast this week. Welcome
Stop
in, Norris.
Chuck!
Welcome Norris to the podcast, everyone.
I don't know what his obsession with my fucking mic is.
You just put him in your lap or something.
I'm holding him.
Oh, but he's just reaching up. He's
reaching up and grabbing it and pulling it to himself. So now I've lifted my mic up further. Mm-hmm. So I have no idea how I sound from this position.
Oh, it's still fine. Sounds fine. You're good. Shit's wacky. Fuck. Yeah. So, but yeah, I was talking about Ball X Pit. Yeah, this is one character class where it's like, yeah, you just you go through a roguelite run, but all of the upgrades are chosen for you, and you don't know whether or not you're actually going to get to do the fusion combining evolution item thing that you kind of need to do to win a run, etc. Just random bullshit all thrown together, and you just kind of you gotta hope that it makes a half decent build on the character. So that was kind of fun. That was pretty neat. I did a few runs of that just to see what happened. And didn't go as bad as I thought. One run was absolutely fucked. I got annihilated because the auto picker was garbage and fucked me right over. But the other couple ones actually weren't all that bad. I mean, I'm just good at video games in general. So there's that.
Yeah, sure.
I will say that the Scholar, which is the pretty sure the name for that one, he showed me a couple. Oh yeah, I played some Ball X Pit. He has showed me a couple combinations. I was like, oh, I did not know that. Specifically with the items instead of the balls, a bunch of those combinations.
Wait, items combined too?
Some of them do. Yeah.
Oh, shit, I'm gonna have to look into that. Oh, okay, all right. I did not know items combined because I never in all the runs I've done so far, I've never had it give me the option to combine items. And I've gotten a good variety of different. I mean, there's some that I like to stick to. The ones that I feel are really strong for any run in general. For example, the magnet that lets you pick up the XP items from further away. That shit's really strong, and I like having that on any run I do. But yeah, for outside of that, I'll typically mix around with different items depending on the balls I've got and the build effects and all that shit, right? Yeah. But yeah, look into that. But anyway, because I did think that was weird at first, right? Because I'm when I think of a game like that, my immediate first thought is fucking what's it called, Vampire Survivors, right? Where having the support items mixed in with the actual weapons is a standard deal, right? That's how you evolve your weapons typically in that game. So I did think that was weird, but I guess there is something I kind of missed there. Interesting. But aside from that, I also finally circled back for a game that I had been hoping to play with Rosa eventually because it is 2-player co-op. But I went back for Evil West, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with that one. Are you played that one?
I haven't played it, but I know I've heard of it.
I've heard of it, but I haven't looked too much into it.
Okay, gotcha. So Evil West is a.
It was Far West.
No, Far West is the other game. I've been playing a shit ton of that. Me and Bear both.
Okay, so Evil West is a different game. All right.
Yeah, I guess I
don't think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, I guess we could also talk a bit about Far West, huh, Bear? Since
I was
first time, since we haven't talked about it since it went into full release. So
yeah,
or beta, I guess. I don't know. It's not in playtest anymore.
It was
early access.
Yeah, it was a playtest. It's early access now.
Oh yeah, okay, got it. Yeah, so beta essentially.
Yeah,
early access.
Beta
But before that, we'll get to that in a second. I just want to quickly go over Evil West. I'll be quick about it because there's not a whole lot to say, but I do like the game. I like the concept. So the whole thing is that you are in cowboy times, right? What are they, 1800s, 1700s, something like that? I think 1800s,
something like that.
Right? Yeah. Cowboy times, steam engines and trains and all that shit. But you are a sort of supernatural hunter, specifically trained and tasked with fighting vampires who are just all over the place, fucking up the West, and you got to be the one to do something about it.
That's where they usually are. Yeah.
Yeah. In particular, the crux of the story here is that one vampire, elder upstart guy, is trying to convince all the other ones that they need to fucking like curb the human population because the humans are starting to figure out like steam technology, trains, and electricity, and all this shit. And they're also their population is booming, right? Because humans, right? And the vampires can't keep up because they don't really have a solid way of procreating. Typically, it's not being undead and all that. Yeah. So you're kind of tasked with dealing with that issue, and at the same time, you and your like group of vampire hunter, like your vampire hunter guild, essentially, have figured out a way to get past the vampire's best defense, which is like an illusion magic thing that they call glamours, right? But right as you're getting ready to roll this out, the vampires attack your home base, everybody gets fucking annihilated, and now you're kind of tasked with running down these vampires, dealing with them so that you can get this new technology made and spread around, and finally put an end to the vampire scourge. Now, as far as gameplay goes, I would say this is very, very, very similar to God of War 2016, like the new God of War style, right? It's there's this heavy melee combat. Like there's a lot of melee involved. You've got like this giant fucking like claw gauntlet slash like breaker fist thing, right? And that's like your main melee combat. You also do have guns. Like you get several actually in the first, like I've only done a couple of stages so far, like 3 different stages, but they give you a lot of shit pretty quickly. Like you have obviously your 6-shooter, right? Your revolver. You immediately get like a lever action rifle after that, and then you get a shotgun, and I feel like I'm forgetting something. There's like one other shotgun. What was it? Oh, you get like this kind of like shock gauntlet that you put on your other hand, and it lets you do all kinds of wacky shit, honestly. Like it'll let you pull enemies to you, it'll let you quick dash to enemies, you can electrocute and stun them, because like they throw a lot of fucking enemies at you. Like you actually kind of have to be on your toes, on your feet, and moving pretty constantly, because it almost feels like it's more than what like God of War does on like the normal, because I'm playing this on normal difficulty, just like I did with God of War. And yeah, it feels like they're throwing more at you in this game than God of War did. But the combat is pretty satisfying. It's very visceral. Like, you got your finishers, you can rip enemies in half and all that shit. There's also like stage hazards that you can like throw enemies into. I actually really love the mechanic for this, because what it is it's not like you grab and throw them. You do an uppercut into a fucking Superman punch that just launches them across the arena. And if you're near one of those stage hazards, like a stack of TNT or a fucking Iron Maiden for some reason, I guess there's just a bunch of those sitting around in the Old West, I don't know. If you're close enough to one, it'll like auto target to that stage hazard. Just send the enemy straight into it, kill them instantly. And if it's explosive, you might kill a few at a time. So in terms of actual combat and stuff, pretty fun, pretty good. I like it. Yeah, I would recommend. It's probably pretty cheap by now. I think it was only like $40 when it came out. So maybe catch it on a Steam sale. So yeah, it's like pretty cool. It's
80% off right now.
Oh hell yeah! There you go. There you go. Get into it. Get into it, my sons. Because like I very much love the concept of cowboys versus vampires with like steampunk technology mixed in. I think it's really fucking cool. So yeah. Digging that. And of course, the other one, right? We mentioned it previously a little bit. But why don't we talk a little bit about the early access release of Far Far West, which I still think all of you should definitely go and check out. If you like extraction shooters, first-person shooters, crazy fucking magic that combines into other crazy fucking magic, it's just a lot of fun. It's a great time, honestly.
Extraction shooter, it definitely is, because you do extract at the end. But it's a very Borderlands-esque sort of feel, rather than like an Arc Raiders or So I think that's definitely a positive. I mean that in a good way. Old Borderlands, not modern Borderlands.
No, I got you. Also, hi Marksman and Bot. Good to see you guys. Welcome in. Yeah. So essentially, game hasn't changed too much from the playtest that we did a while back. Most of the same enemies, most of the same guns. Nothing too new just yet. They did add some new magic though. There's a new magic category, which is cactus. And cactus is interesting because it's sort of like, so how to put this? Right now you have the the caustic class, you have the fire, the lightning, the voodoo, and no, I think that's it, right? That was like the original 4
fire
before cat.
Yeah.
I said fire, didn't I?
Fire, lightning, acid, voodoo.
Yeah, fire, lightning, acid. Yeah, those are the initial 4 classes.
Yeah.
Fire is mostly offensive. Lightning is kind of offensive, but also has some tricky repositioning shit you can do with it. Caustic is also offensive, but more of like sub DPS, I guess what you would call it, right? Because it has a way of mixing with all of the other stuff typically, which has like additional effects that do crazy shit. And then voodoo is like a support class that focuses on like healing and shielding allies, right? Like it can make people temporarily invincible. It can heal their damage, and it can turn enemies against each other, so that's also pretty cool. But Cactus is a support in that it's focused mostly on structures, right? And like for example, the first level of Cactus is a landmine that you can just place on the ground that becomes like a hazard for enemies that might be running towards you, which most enemies in this game just kind of run straight at you, right? So it's a pretty solid pretty solid skill in that regard. Second one is like a little turret you can place down, shoots at enemies constantly. Then it goes into a wall that enemies can run into and get stuck on and take like ongoing damage, because again they're stuck on a cactus, so obviously it fucking hurts. And then there's a decoy that can take enemy fire off you, which is actually extremely handy in higher difficulties. I actually did try a couple runs of very hard there, because I went to the Far West like official Discord, and like people are just like playing in there all the time. So I went in there and hang out with some people, and I tried out some very hard, and holy shit, they're sending armies at you, like whole fucking armies of enemies. It's fucking nuts. But the decoy really came in handy, really came in clutch for some of the worst fights. And then at the very end, you get the ability to like summon a cactus golem that just runs around and like punches enemies for you and just hangs out and helps you out. And it's a pretty cool category, honestly, and I do like it because again, like I've always very much enjoyed like minion builds and stuff. And like minion stuff is kind of delegated to the cactus tree of spells that you can learn. So that's I dig it. Other than that, they had like in a couple of new like side quest things you can do on the different maps. There's a couple of like new random stage things that you can encounter. For example, the way you unlock weapons and new like utilities in the game is by finding blueprints on the map. And you typically do that in a few different ways. There's like a treasure goblin that kind of runs around the map, and if you chase it down and kill it, it'll drop a blueprint. You can find wishing wells that will have a random effect, which could be anything from giving you free currency, gold, like that lets you also buy weapons, or it could be a fucking nuke that just explodes in your face and kills you. Or it could be a weapon blueprint. And then of course you're guaranteed a weapon blueprint every time you kill a boss. And then extract out of the level and complete the stage. So there's that. But they also added a new interactable like stage effect called the Forge. And the Forge is interesting in that you will also be guaranteed a weapon blueprint, but it will trigger what is called a storm on the map. And when a storm happens, that's when like the whole map just spawns shit tons of enemies. They're all running at you trying to kill you for a set period of time. But if you survive, again, you get the blueprint and you're good to go. So yeah, lots of good stuff there. And they've also been posting videos of like new enemies they're working on, new weapons, new spells. I believe maybe a couple of new maps that they're planning on adding to the game as well. And I think that stuff's all going to be like free updates as far as I know. I haven't heard anything about like paid DLC yet. So good stuff, honestly. I'll probably be checking in on it from time to time. Solid game.
Yeah, it's still EA, so that everything they're showing is supposed to be free updates. It's them completing the game. It's fun to think that, because right now the game is, even just though it's opened up into EA recently, very complete feeling.
Absolutely.
Adding more. I think from the beta to now, I really appreciate the fact that there's actually a lot more reason to keep leveling up. Before you hit 20 and that was kind of it.
Yeah, but now you have like the prestige system that lets you kind of like double up on your levels. You can get more upgrades per weapon, per your character itself, and of course there's also the thing with the blueprints, which I appreciate because I've had it several times happen where I got the weapon I was after and then forgot to switch the tracked blueprint, so I kept getting blueprints for the same thing I already had. But apparently they are working on weapon skins that you'll be able to unlock in game by collecting more blueprints and then using them to purchase the weapon skins. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, of course, weapon skins be anything you don't have to pay real money for. Big plus. Appreciate that. Same with like the character skins and the horse skins and all that. They're not really like monetizing the cosmetic stuff. You can just unlock it in game, like an old classic video game from way back in the day, way back in Rada's time.
Yep. They've also smoothed the difficulty curve quite a bit, or made it a lot more accessible. When we were doing the beta, hard mode, where the storms and the spotlights first started appearing, that was damn near impossible. It wasn't, but it was fucking hard. Like, if we hit one of those storms, it was very likely a wipe. And now, I mean,
I'll tell you right now,
with Jan and stuff, and it's like we were just hitting them.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, that's what very hard is like now.
Which I believe
they just moved that up one. They moved that up one tick, right? Like that's kind of how that went.
It's a smoother, more understandable progression in difficulty, though.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, very, very impressive game. Very clean. No issues, no de novo, none of that shit. It's a good game that's put together well, and they're adding more to it as they go. I feel like they went about it the right way in terms of like just kind of solidifying the core like gameplay cycle, right? Not worrying too much about having like a huge wealth of content to go through, but making sure what they had when they were ready to go into early access just worked smoothly and beautifully, right? And I always think that's like the most important thing. And then obviously you can iterate on that after the fact with more character skins and weapons and spells and all and stages, enemies, all that shit, right? But as long as you got a solid foundation, that's probably the best start, right? That's your best bet. So yeah, that's kind of all I've really been up to in these past little couple of weeks here. But yeah, what about Rada, Bear? What you guys been up to?
Well, obviously, of course, the Far West. I haven't been doing a whole bunch of anything else. I'm kind of in limbo as far as games go. See, there's a new league of Path of Exile coming at the end of this week.
Oh, right. You were telling me about that.
Waiting for that. I didn't want to start anything new because I knew as soon as that pops out, I'm probably going to devote a ton of time to it. Everything that's in it so far looks very exciting. I'm thrilled. It's going to be such a time sink. But other than that, I have finally beaten an Ascension 10 run on Slay the Spire with one character. So now I just gotta do it with the rest of them.
Nice.
But I've broken that. I've done it. I've done the one, which means it's possible. I know it's possible. There are other people that are way better at the game than me, and they're doing it all the time. But it's possible for me, and that's what matters. Because fuck everyone else.
Damn, Bear. Not for blood tonight, huh?
The game, man, it's very addictive, but it can be so frustrating.
I can imagine. I mean, any given
seems to be how that works generally.
Yeah.
But then you just get that one beautiful run. It makes everything worth it.
That is what you kind of have to bank on. Other than that, I've been just putting some time in some other games that have gotten updates that I wanted to check out. I did check out Ball X Pit recently because it had just gotten I shouldn't say just. At the end of April, it got a pretty big update to it, the Shadow update. So I have been doing a little Ball X Pit. I went back and played some more Nordhold because it too got a new update middle of this month. And then I talked about the game Disfigure. That also got a new update earlier in the month.
I did get that, and I haven't actually touched it yet. I should do that soon.
I have actually now unlocked all the achievements for that game. So
nice.
Definitely, again, 100% suggest buying it. Primarily because it's free. It's something about having to pay $0 for something that it just makes it so much better.
Like purchasing free things.
Yes. But it's at this point it's been out since 2023. The guy's still putting updates out on it. Still tinkering away, making the game better, and he's not getting money for it. It's just for the love of the game, and that shows. It's very very apparent that this is a project of deep sort of love and passion. So, but yeah, other than that, not a whole lot. June and July will end up being kind of busier months in my real life. That's when most of my nieces and nephews have their birthdays. We'll begin the fucking inevitable march of them all ticking up a year. And like I said, just the end of this week, I have the new Path of Exile League that I'm excited for. So, Rada, how about you?
Where's he's talking?
So that was annoying. Yeah, that's something.
I think she forgot to eat before the podcast.
Dinner didn't show up before, so
that happens. Sorry, if I knew you were, I would have tried to go a little longer.
No, you're fine. I was trying not to get caught at the end of it, right as you finished. But, that's the way the timing works out sometimes. I literally just stuck food in my mouth.
Lovely.
Anyway, so for the last week, what did I do? I did things. I played some more Hardscape Shipbreaker. Hard Space Shipbreaker, which is it's that ship taking apart game, which is a fun game. Genuinely enjoyed doing that. But I figured it's time for me to get back into video creation, so I played a demo. I played the demo I've got to refresh my memory, and I meant to pull it up, but I was sticking food in my mouth. Oh, there it is. The Secret of Weepstone. So, for those of you who, that's actually an interesting thing. I mean, I could easily reach out to Hypnocast. My husband's on Hypnocast. I don't know what to do with that, but...
Oh, Secret of Weepstone. I thought it said
Weepstone. No, Weep. W-E-E-P. Weep.
Sorry. So, they said wheat like fucking like bread.
So I know both of you are into D&D. But this is kind of based off of like the 1.0 type modules. Okay. And this is just the demo, unfortunately. They're supposed to do the full release later. But going through it, it definitely reminded me of my young years when my father was actually, DMing for us. Mm-hmm. And the art style, this is all hand-drawn. This isn't AI or anything. It's hand-drawn art. The whole thing is narrated. The narration style is really good. And yeah, you step through. It's like a combination of the old games like Eye of the Beholder and just a D&D module. The map screen is actually him pulling open, is actually a module, like the module book opening, if you remember the look of the old modules. I don't know if you guys...
Yeah, I've actually seen a fair bit of this on X just pop up for me.
Yeah.
It looks really interesting.
No, and it is. It's actually, he did a really good job. I was very disappointed that the thing was so short. But that is what a good demo should do. It should leave me wanting more, and this definitely left me wanting more. I am very interested in getting this game when it finally comes out. They did an amazing job on it. So, assuming that they keep that same quality all the way through, I think it could be just something fantastic. And especially for those who have those kinds of memories. Like you're looking at here, what you're looking at is a tavern full of people, and you've just gotten the full story of, kind of the setup. And you're now at that tavern where everybody meets, and you get to, pick which 6 people are in your party. Unfortunately, since it's the demo, there's only a specific 6 people you can pick, but you still get to pick the party, and then you can walk through. Then you're sent to the castle, and you start doing the D&D stuff. I mean, it has the rolls, it has everything. He doesn't use THAC0 like original. Well, I guess it was more D&D 2, but it was kind of in 1. But it does start like at level 0. You have no. That's the module book, and it's so cool the way that he does it. And then it opens up, and on one side you have the map and the old blue and white, kind of look in the whole 3D effect.
Do you like free move through this?
Yeah, you free move WSD, and you move through. Yeah. So it's really cool, but like I said, so you start at levels. It's the old style, so you start at level 0. You have no class specifically, but you have the potential to have a class later. The weird thing is, and I forgot they did this in D&D 1, in D&D 1 is that like elf and dwarf are a class, not a race.
Yep. Well, they're both.
They're both. So you start as you have an elf, and you have someone who's not. Well, they're supposed to be an elf, but they're not an elf until they reach level 1. You don't get your class stuff until you reach level 1. You're all just plain old commoners with potential. After you reach level 1 is when you get your thing, but you don't ever get to reach level 1 in the demo, unfortunately. Oh. But little old things that someone ancient like me remembers from playing, and just top quality work all the way through. So I do recommend people play it through. It's worth your time, even if it's short. I mean, it is short, and it's a demo, so it's free. But it really, really has a lot of that old flavor that everybody that's missing from D&D now. The 5.0, even the 4.5 and 4 and 3, or 4.5, 3.5 and 3, didn't have that same kind of intense storytelling. This is just a love letter to the whole thing, and to D&D in general, and the fact that it is so beautifully well done, and reminds me, like I said, so much of those old D&D games. It's great. So cannot recommend that highly enough. Deborah Tengu, are you disappointed? I don't play anything past 3.5. Tengu, I've played 5 a little, but I'm not a big fan. I prefer 3.5, and if I'm dead serious about it, I prefer 2. So when it comes to D&D stuff. But
I don't dabble in 5th edition stuff, or 5.5, whatever they're calling it right now. I have looked at what the 5.5 rules changed compared to 5, and it just kind of seems silly.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah, well,
I mean, 5 changed a lot of silly things too, but
it's a lot of bandages for a system that has some like canyon-sized cracks in it.
It's like threading a piece of floss across the Grand Canyon and telling everybody to get across.
Yeah. So,
but yeah,
not my jam. But I know there are people that fucking love it, and it's gotten a lot of people into the system or into the games in general, and so blah 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 blah. Good for it.
You guys disappointed with the new 2024 D&D rules? I personally consider it the next 4th edition and should be ignored. Based, Tengu apparently agrees.
Yeah. I mean, that's just it is how and what it is. So I don't really care.
Also, I'll tell you right now, Tengu, reaching out to side scrollers of Hypnocast, we're a ways off from that still. We'll keep that in mind, though.
Super base, that's really godly. I mean, maybe I'll talk to my husband. We'll see. Because, I mean, like I said, Sheep is on Hypnocast, so I'm sure Hypno might be willing to spare a Tuesday or something. I just have to talk to him.
That would be cool, yeah. I mean, I enjoy his podcast, so talking to him would be cool.
Yeah, I like Hypno. He's a really nice guy. So I did that, and mostly dealing with kitten stuff, bought a whole bunch of stuff. So I hope everybody had a happy Memorial Day. And took care of your good selves. And
I'll be honest, the only reason I knew that any kind of holiday passed was that I saw a few posts on Twitter about like barbecues. I'm like, was there a fucking like an American holiday that happened recently? I didn't even bother to like go look at it. I was just kind of assumed like it's like, wait a minute, no, we're still like a month off from the 4th of July. like it's just, I was like in a fucking haze. It's like, President's Day. I don't fucking know. But yes, big thanks to our soldiers, our people in uniform. Much appreciated for all the work you do. Happy Memorial Day. Hope you guys had a good one. Yeah. If there are any in chat, or if anybody is going to watch this VOD later who is active or retired military, just know that we appreciate you.
Yep. So there's that happened. I did that, but I also went shopping for plants and bought a bunch of plants that I now have to plant in the ground so that I can, then harvest said plants later.
Gotcha. Like you say, you're going shopping for plants. I just kind of seem like some little decorative, like potted plants you like put in the corner of the room or something.
No.
You mean an actual? You're doing some actual fucking like real ass gardening, right?
I'm talking tomatoes, zucchinis.
Farming. Even.
I've got peppers and mint and
real life Stardew Valley over here. Goddamn.
Yeah, a couple different types of plants that are supposed to keep away mosquitoes. If you really want to keep mosquitoes away, one of the best plants to do that with is, believe it or not, catnip.
That, given that you have a cat now, it seems like that would be counterproductive.
Well, it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to keep mosquitoes away, it's great. If you're trying to keep cats away, no. Also, for anybody who's listening, this is a random piece of information, but take it to heart now because it might save you misery later. If you choose to grow mint, grow it in a pot. Don't ever plant it directly in the ground.
Yep.
Ever. Don't put it in a raised bed that's attached to the ground. Nothing. If it's either in a pot in some kind of isolated thing where its little roots can't get into the actual dirt beneath your feet, because otherwise you are going to do something like walk out your back door, find a catmint plant that's about as tall as your hips, and then have to pull that fucker out.
Yep.
Just saying.
I mean, hey,
it's an incredibly aggressive plant.
Hugely aggressive.
Yep.
Oh yeah, marigolds are great. They also they have some compounds that chase away other critters in your dirt. Another great thing for companion planting is chives and basil, especially if you're growing tomatoes. I'm big on companion planting when it comes to gardening, just because it reduces your need for chemicals. The more plants that you can plant to attract the good bugs and repel the bad bugs, the better off you are. And it's always better to use plants that help your environment than it is to just spray chemicals on things, because they don't always necessarily really help. And it solves the problem before the problem occurs. So highly recommend on that.
Grow marigolds with the garden. They attract bees, wasps, and aphid eaters.
Mm-hmm. Plus, they're pretty.
Arch got a good option. I haven't talked to Arch in a while. Quite a while. I don't know if he'd actually answer if I messaged him.
Why not?
But,
did you guys fight the last time?
No. It's just, he keeps pretty busy, so I don't know. I guess I could try.
I mean, unless you argued with somebody last time, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't.
No, I mean, I believe our relationship as of now is still amicable.
Yeah, so no reason why not to. What else? Was there anything else?
Oh fuck, goblin! Holy shit, that's a lot of goblins.
Oh yeah, the goblins. There's a really great place later where there's a kobold attack, and it's a fun fucking little game. And I just wish there was more of it, so I need them to hurry up and release that now, to make me happy. But the other big thing that happened.
So let's just shimmy back and forth. I don't know, for some reason that's just really music.
But
I almost like in my brain, and me is like, man, what if they like drop their shields and like they just started like snapping, like the greasers, right? Like just like as they're like slowly getting closer to you, just like.
It is not West Side Story.
No. There's not going to be a dance off.
If you can get the 10-foot pole out.
You got to be careful of the goblin greasers, chat. That's a whole other fucking.
True.
Beware the goblin greasers, chat. Those are, you don't want to fuck with those guys. They will stab you in your kneecaps.
Yes, it's steal everything you have. Mm-hmm. But my Steam controller showed up today.
Oh, cool.
Oh shit, how was it?
I don't know yet. I haven't had the chance to sit down and play with it. It's sitting over here. It hasn't even been connected to the computer yet. Instead of playing with it, I'm here on a podcast.
Okay, but have you held it?
I have held it.
How does it feel in your hands? Does it feel as bulky as it looks?
Yeah, I have small hands, so the difficulties I can see, the biggest difficulty I can see, is there are 4 buttons on the back of it, on the back of the controllers, the handles. So if I want to push those buttons at the same time while like using the shoulder buttons and stuff, I either have to use my ring finger and pinky, or I have to kind of stretch to get my middle finger and ring finger on them. And that's the worst part. That's the worst part. The rest of it, I won't know for sure until after I really play, It's one of those things, like, it feels okay while I'm holding it, just sitting here. But I don't know about how things are going to go as I play, for example, Neo 3. I need to get in there and actually, wiggle the thumbsticks around and push the buttons and, it feels. to really know how that's going.
Sorry, just another thing we can like parse just right now, even without playing. Does it have a satisfying weight to it?
I actually feel like it's a little on the light side. It could be a little heavier. But at the same time, that might change as I'm playing. I would almost rather it being a little light than heavy, because heavy means I would probably reach a little more fatigue faster.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, it's not like too light. It's not like feather light or anything. I feel like it could have just a little more heft to it, but at the same time, it's probably good at the weight it's at.
Yeah. Because I'd say like right around here, like I'm holding a PS5 controller. I feel like this is like a good solid weight for a controller, right? It's not too heavy, it's not too light. Because I like just a little bit of heft to the controller I'm holding, Because I'm typically like just resting my arms on the little like armrests of my chair anyway, so it's not like I'm handling too much of the weight of the controller at all times, Or
I will say my PS5 controller definitely feels heavier than it. But it feels about the same weight as my Xbox controller.
Oh, that I wouldn't know. I don't have one of those on hand.
So
I've never been an Xbox guy, so
if your controller isn't helping you build wrist muscle, it's just too light.
the true gamer workout, just putting a few reps as you play, just kind of back and forth, up and down.
I mean, I will say form factor wise, it's closer to the Xbox controller than the PlayStation controller.
It looks that way.
Just because of, But and honestly, I do prefer my Xbox controller to my PlayStation controller. Just because of the general layout. Something about the PlayStation controller always feels a little, I guess, wide to me. So
I don't know. I mean, at this point, I'm like, been a PlayStation guy pretty much my entire life, so maybe I'm just used to it. Maybe I use like controllers too, like random like PC like third-party game pads, and obviously like everything fucking like Nintendo's ever done, like it's all kinds of random bullshit. So
right,
yeah.
But so I mean, I'm really happy with the way it holds right now, but I haven't even plugged it into my computer yet because I don't want it to fuck up anything while we're like podcasting.
That is true.
Obviously. So I mean, I'm like 90% positive that I'm going to plug it in and it's going to have some kind of update or program I have to run, and
or
like,
some shit.
Yeah, and it's like I don't want to do that while I'm doing this and fuck everything up, but at the same time, I really kind of want to do it. So it's sitting here with me next to my bowl of salad while I'm staring at it and going, soon.
Shh. Just dragging his finger slowly down the front of the controller.
You know, I've got the box closed, and then every so often I'll open the box and just look at it, and then close it again, and that kind of thing. Just gazing longingly while just sitting here doing the podcast. So,
well, if your model starts T-posing and you go silent for like 10 minutes, I think we'll understand.
I mean, that wouldn't be any different than normal, would it? Really?
Man,
the T-posing would be.
The T-posing would be new.
Yeah, I just thought about that. It's like that'd actually be a fucking amazing like toggle to have for a VTuber model. Just like have it T-pose, yeah.
Yeah. You go AFK and it just T-poses. Yeah.
Oh my god. Like I probably could figure out how to do that with the 3D model I have now.
I mean, you can definitely do it with the 3D model you're using right now.
That's what he said.
No, yep. I mean him. His original.
Oh, ha. A good one.
Yeah, let me just stay like this for the whole rest of the podcast. Like, I wonder how long can I actually keep my arms up?
If you want to find out how long he can keep his arms up like that, send us $20.
Oh God! Oh please don't pay me money to
do it.
To I can T-pose for.
It'll be for the rest of the hour.
Oh my God! I could no. There's no fucking way I could do that. I'm not some kind of Tibetan monk. All right, I can't keep my fucking arms held up for that long.
We will also take it in like what's the word? Pieces. So with like 10
you
people.
You can crowdsource this.
Yeah, we totally we're willing to take payments. So.
I got you. I'm sorry. What were we talking about?
My week.
Right. Yeah, Rada's week.
And that was it.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember if there was anything else that I missed. I could have sworn there probably was, but you know how that goes. I say stuff and then I forget, and then I finally remember later. But I think it was kind of a weird week. So, yeah, I think that's it.
Also, I gotta love this bit, like how the combat works with the dice, where like you literally just throw it at the.
Yeah, it just throws the dice. Yeah.
I just imagine it's like, what the fuck? Really? And like you can almost kind of see it in their faces too. Like this guy, especially like in the middle, he's got like this kind of like you know like old man with just that like constant scowl, just like that constant disapproving scowl on his face. That's what this goblin looks like, right? It looks like that old man is just like constantly looking at you like fucking kids and stupid rap music and bullshit. You know, like fucking. Oh my God, I love it. I can't look at him anymore. I can't. I gotta go to the front of the video.
But yeah, so that's what I did.
I should also I should have brought this up when I was talking about my week. I almost forgot. But there's been a bit of a Marvel Rivals update. They added a goddamn dinosaur to the roster of playable characters.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys would be familiar with Devil Dino, the well-known Marvel character Devil Dino, who's
I've never
literally it's literally just a fucking T-Rex with like little devil horns on top of his head. So they added him as a playable character to Marvel Rivals, and he is a tank, as you might well imagine, of a fucking T-Rex. And he's actually a hell of a lot of fun. He's actually really fucking fun because his whole thing is just like be as aggressive as possible, like just run straight into the front line and eat the other tank. Like most of his attacks are just biting and grabbing while biting. So that's been a lot of fun. And I also appreciate like the way people will figure out some new bullshit strategy whenever a new character comes out that has like a unique gimmick of some kind. Because like again, the thing with Devil Dino is that like if he gets you with a stack of his bleed ability, which is pretty much on all of his attacks, and then uses his pounce ability, he's able to grab and hold and just kind of drag you around for like about a second and a half. Depending on the size of the enemy, he can also like toss you a little bit, like a small distance. But people have worked this out where there's another character, Penny Parker, who is one of like the Spider-Verse characters. Like she's an alternate Spider-Man technically. But her whole thing is that she's got like the mech that she walks around in, and the mech can shoot little like landmines that enemies can step on, and they pop up and explode and do a shit ton of damage, right? And she can stack these all on top of each other. So what people have been doing, right, is they'll get near like a wall in an area, and they'll have the penny player stack up a bunch of mines on that wall, and then as soon as the enemies come around the corner, the Devil Dino will immediately jump on them, bite them, grab them, and then drag them over to the mines, at which point they will immediately die, like no matter if they're a tank, DP or a strategist, whatever. Like however much health they got, that health turns to dust when Devil Dino just drags them into a small nuke. So that's pretty funny, and I appreciate that that's the thing now. Bear, we definitely got to try that next time we play.
I'm just thinking, it's like, man, we need to set it up. It's going to be hard, but we can do it.
Yeah. That or the other thing I saw, I don't know if you saw, I posted it in the Grand Stage group, where like somebody worked out the new what's it called? What's the point capture domination? The new domination strat where it's like you take your healer and you just put them on top of a penny field, and then you have them stand directly on top of a shit ton of penny mines. And as soon as a diver comes in to kill the healer, dead. Done. It's so simple. Like you think we would have thought of it before now, but it's like, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. We should start doing that. Oh, fuck. So it's hilarious.
I'm playing Penny and there's a Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I do this. That's the thing I already do. I try to mine the healers.
What do you like? Tell the healer to just like sit in one spot on top of the mines?
Look, it does not matter what I tell healers to do. They know if it's not you, then they don't do what I want them to do.
No, yeah, that's solo quick play for you.
Yes.
Yeah, and I suppose I should also point out that I appreciate that Devil Dino is a tank, because as a matter of fact, people still don't ever want to play tanks, so I essentially just get to play him whenever I want to.
Yeah, I'm shocked he is not getting picked more often. Like
it is weird because like he's actually pretty good, pretty fucking strong right now.
Not overpowered. Like he's not like when Emma came out and Emma.
Oh yeah, you will get fucked if like the team isn't behind you as a Devil Dino. Like you are still incredibly dependent on your team backing you up in any given like confrontation. Because if the enemy team decides they want to just fuck you, they will. Because you are literally the biggest target in the game with the biggest head for crit shots. So if they want to just like all gang up on you and drop you, they can do it in a second if your team's not helping you out. So yeah.
And then boy, does it take forever to heal him up. Like, it's not that he's got a ton of extra health. It's just because he's getting shot by everybody, and his shield is fairly weak. I feel it's either weak or it's just because it's so big it gets knocked down super quick.
Oh yeah. Also, thank you, Tengu. Appreciate the kind words, man.
Yeah. Fun as hell to have him tromping around though and watch him pick people up and shit. That is
the ult.
Anything else in the back line, it's fun to watch that happen. I haven't actually played him yet though.
Oh, you should. I mean, hell, if you got some time tonight, maybe we can get a few rounds in after we're done. I also do need to check in with Jacob because I needed to talk to him about something, but after that, because that shouldn't take too long, we'd run a few rounds if you want.
Oh wait, did everybody say they wanted to drop the podcast and I can go play with my Steam controller?
No, that is not what we said.
No.
But
we probably should move into stories then, huh?
We probably should. Yeah, we can get into some news. But
I feel it's hugely important for me to point out that without Jazz here, this would have taken me and Bear like 10 minutes.
Oh god, that was it truly is.
I was just about to say, it's like, hey, it only took an hour this time to get through the weeks.
Yeah, well, when it was me and Rada, it took us 15 minutes. So
thankfully, our guest took like another 15 minutes on his own. So it took us half an hour, all said and done.
Yeah,
you guys just gotta
very
like,
efficient.
You gotta talk more about the finer details of the things that you get up to, especially when it's like games and stuff. Talk about stuff you enjoyed about whatever it is you played. Interesting little mechanics that caught your eye, stuff like that.
I already did that.
Oh, well. I don't know, because I don't feel like I pad my dialogue. Am I padding my dialogue here?
No, you're not. That's the thing, is you are just more loquacious. That is why we need you, because you are the talker. You are just so good at saying things and being interesting with it. Whereas Bear and I mean, on my own, I can do okay. But in as much as I like Bear, and he understands this too, we do not bounce off each other.
No.
Well.
We'll just bicker.
Yeah, we pick at each other. We argue a little, but we don't bounce.
Yep.
So and that's fine. You don't bounce off of everybody. Not everybody is a friend of that kind. Yep. But that's why we need you. You are someone that can bounce.
Jazz,
I do try.
You are our flubber.
That's I appreciate that, Bear. I truly do.
So did Rana from the sounds of it.
That was a good one. I appreciate that one. Kind of a call last week too.
It was a fucking deep cut, honestly. Fucking when did the movie even come out? Was it like 1998 or some shit? Like
depends on which one you're talking about.
The Robin Williams.
Because the original one came out in like the 60s, I want to say, or something. Maybe before that, because it was in black and white. So,
okay. Yeah, no, Robin
so probably in 1950s. But yeah, Robin Williams was, I want to say, the later half of the 90s.
Oh, okay. Why do I get the feeling that like the original then was like an actual horror movie or something?
Was it? No. The original was very cute and very sweet. It was. Have you heard of like what was the movie?
I was kind of curious, like, how the fuck they do like the goo effects in like the 60s? Was it just all practical goo?
I mean, they didn't really show it as much. So there was. I mean, like, obviously there wasn't any dancing goo on stream or anything like that.
Yeah.
There was far less visual effects in that regard. I mean, they did have some moments where there was a goo, but it was mostly like he held the goo and then he bounced it, or then he put it on his shoes and then he did the bouncing. So the practical effects was all centered on him as opposed to trying to make the goo look all bouncy and shit. But
this is all you can manage with your primitive practical goo technique.
I mean, but the effects were still really good. I mean,
your Keke Gukai is not strong enough.
1961, by the way.
19 what?
61 for the absent-minded.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I wish Asta was here so bad for that fucking.
He's the only one that would have got it. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, no, fucking Bear knows what a Keke Genkai is.
I do, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, but a part of how they would do that back then is, he would bounce it and then, just your normal kind of distract thing in magic. So wherever the goo actually went after he bounced it didn't matter, because then an explosion happened over here, a little, just a little pop that made things move. So it looked like it actually bounced all the way over there. It was just kind of, basic distraction effects, but it's still really cool. Very sweet movie. Highly recommend.
I might just have to go and check that out sometime. I've not watched very many films from the fucking 60s, but
that one, The Shaggy Professor, The Shaggy Lawyer is also good. It's about it. The Shaggy Professor. Was it The Shaggy Professor or The Shaggy Lawyer? It's been so long. But the Shaggy Lawyer one is about a dad who turns into a dog. And back and forth. It's so funny. It's so cute. He gets like this magic ring and he ends up turning. There's actually a remake of it with Tim Allen. But again,
that's right.
The original was better.
Oh. I'm surprised you didn't bring up Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I love Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah,
I've at least heard of that.
That was my favorite movie from that era. So
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was fantastic. But I don't know that it would call it my favorite. I did watch it a lot, though. I enjoyed musicals.
That's fair.
My Fair Lady is a great one. But yeah, that's enough. How about we talk about those the new stuff instead of my love of old movies and shit?
Absolutely. Give me just a second.
Also, Return to Witch Mountain.
I've heard of that one too.
Return from Witch Mountain. And A Cat from Outer Space.
I thought Witch Mountain was a 70s movie.
Was it from the 70s?
78.
It's still a good movie.
Oh, yeah. Just, I don't consider that to be the same sort of...
Well, they're those older Disney movies for me. So, I mean, they're not quite the same area, but, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. It's just a list of movies I think everybody should watch.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, in terms of getting into some news, I was actually hoping that maybe you could help us out on this first one, Rada. So I mean, you have to read anything. That's not what I mean.
Yeah, but you have to show it to me first.
Yeah. Well, I just want to make because I know you don't like to don't know you don't like to read.
I can read fine.
I know.
Not black.
Damn! Wow!
Holy shit!
Are you telling me that shit doesn't rub off?
Nope. If it did, well, I won't get into that anyway.
If it did, certain parts of it would be very black.
She
looked like she got reverse vitiligo.
No.
Only if I took off my pants. Anyway.
Yeah, there was a bit of an issue. I thought we'd start off with something somewhat interesting in regards to AI, which is a big, conversation topic for the last couple of years now. I suppose it's we've been talking about AI for a long time now. I think about it, but more as more AI applications are out there, we find interesting things happening with it, and I figured you guys might be interested in this WWE news channel situation where they had an AI doing the voiceover for this WWE React promo thing, and an interesting thing starts happening about halfway through, and I believe it starts speaking in a language that I don't think any human speaks. So I figure maybe Rada can figure out what it's trying to say. But let's check it out.
Millions of fans are making right now. Can you afford it? Maybe. But do you feel like you have to be there?
I promise you, if you haven't seen this already, you guys are not ready for this.
And for a lot of people, the answer this year seems to be not quite. The show will happen. The stadium will likely fill up one way or another. What
a stroke?
So what's happening? I love the fact that AI is breathing, by the way.
I'm not 100% that's really AI.
So what's happening is that it's tripping up on trying to say WWE.
Like
so what this reminds me of is back in the Once Upon a Time times when I was not as old and the world was much younger, where we would use
crazy satanic Donald Duck bullshit in the background.
We would use this application called Ventrilo.
Yep.
And Ventrilo had a text-to-speech feature.
Oh, God.
And what people would do is they would go into Ventrilo and they would just type the same letter or the same couple letters over and over and over and over and over again, and it would basically sound like this.
I see.
Which right now it sounds like it's trying to suck a very thick milkshake through a straw.
Yeah.
Yep. That AI is sounding like something like that. It's
Oh, now it sounds like demonic chanting, actually.
The vinyl's being played backwards.
I do believe it is now reading the Necronomicon. Is what's happening.
Oh. Oh, it just keeps going.
Yeah. So, Rod, did you get any of that?
No, he's just talking gibberish.
Oh, I see. AI WD news channel on YouTube tries to pronounce WE as a word and ends up going insane. I know that AI is a very much heated divisive topic, but it's moments like this where I just truly appreciate it for existing,
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's these are the moments where I just really get a kick out of it, where I happen to think it just might all be worth it.
When the AI actually accidentally summons a demon,
Mm-hmm.
it brings
Well,
joy
you
to the
don't think
heart,
it's so
I
funny
guess.
then?
I don't know.
Depends on who summons it.
ChatGPT. That's my guess. And it'll be with a CEO for a big company. He'll be looking how to maximize profits by laying off half his staff.
Yeah.
Nah, what'll really happen is there'll be some little nerd who's trying to search up a woman or something.
Or something.
Someone's trying to nudify an image on X with Grok, and it just accidentally summons a world-ending demon.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
The artificial Satan signal. There you go.
Ass?
Yes. Ass.
Ah, yes.
Well, you could market the shit out of that this day and age. Come on.
Yeah, it's not wrong.
Ass. You
quite
can market
literally.
the shit out of it.
Yes. Perfect. Put it on a shirt. We ought to actually put that on a shirt and then have Rada be on the shirt with it. I know you're not a Satan, Rada, but close enough. Actually, no way. I guess we could put Asta on it. It's closer.
Excuse me. I am absolutely no way related to Satan or demons. I am a space entity.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you like well, I guess Eldritch is space.
The Eldritch are. I mean, they're technically aliens. They come from another planet. The wings are not, in fact, for flying in Earth's atmosphere, but through the space.
No, Cthulhu doesn't
Is that
fully exist on this plane.
Mm-hmm.
Is they do like wings like work the way they normally do in space as they would like
propulsion's
on Earth?
propulsion.
Yeah, I guess so. Fair enough. But I thought like wings kind of depend on like wind and stuff.
Depends on how they're shaped.
Also a fair point. All right then. Yeah, but that's enough of the goofiness. There's a little quote here from Sean Wayans, who you might know as one of the two Wayans brothers. He apparently had a little interview recently about the whole scary movie thing. They're coming out with a new one. I don't know if you guys were aware. He had some words to say about how he feels the movie should be received, by those who would count themselves among reasonable adults. Sean Wayne says today's generation is a little sensitive, just a little. Right? Not. I love that this is going to roll into a different story later on, right?
Yep.
About
I was just
how
thinking
sensitive
the same fucking thing.
and need to be taught that it's okay to laugh. Yeah, like just in case, if some guy wants to make a funny little video where he puts like some leeks on his head and dances around a bit, I think we should all be allowed to just have ourselves a laugh at it. That's what I think, and apparently he agrees. If it's not funny to you, just don't laugh. But if it's funny, go laugh your head off and have a great time. Simple, straightforward, to the point. But you know what? I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think that's some real shit right there.
Yeah. I mean, laughing at a joke, no matter the content of the joke, does not make you a bad person.
Yeah.
Humor doesn't work on... It's not a function of your morality, really.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I am look forward, like, if this is the mentality they're going into with scary movies, like from what the trailer I saw a while back, I was pretty much... I felt I was allowed to hope that new scary movie would not, in fact, be garbage. That would actually be, like the old scary movies, and actually be a really good, fun time to go check out in the theater. And I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out. And it definitely seems like they got the right mentality going into it. But that's not all. Actually, there's a little side story to this, also scary movie related, and that's the fact that they revealed the popcorn bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The popcorn bowl, everybody, because I don't know if you guys managed to see this shit yet, but this is what they're putting out as the official scary movie popcorn bowl. There it is.
It's to keep your popcorn nice and smoky, and and if you're in the theaters and you see a bunch of smoke coming up from someone's popcorn bowl, then keep it to your fucking self.
Exactly.
Mind your damn business.
The popcorn bong, bro. That shit is wild. The fact this is something they're gonna be selling in a movie theater. And the funny thing is, like, somebody probably figure out how to just use this as an actual bong after the fact.
Oh, I'm sure someone's already figured that out.
Yeah.
They figured that out within 10 seconds of getting it.
Well, what's
alternatively,
it actually is.
Yeah. Alternatively, attempt to smoke fucking popcorn butter, which I don't know what that's going to do to a person, but I imagine we're gonna find out real soon.
It's just coconut oil.
It coat your throat with microplastics.
Yeah, it just can't be healthy. I mean, obviously, fucking smoking weed's not terribly healthy in general, but
it's healthier than popcorn butter.
Popcorn butter is literally just coconut oil. I should know it. It does bad things to my system.
Yeah, same. Very much same. But yeah,
really?
That's wacky, man.
Okay, so coconut oil is just one of those things that you kind of have to power through. You will eventually acclimate to it.
Not in my 44 years of life. I mean, I can eat it, and then I digest it, and then things on the other end get.
I think we can
uncomfortable.
So
I think that's all we need.
I went years ago now. Went and entered into the dieting thing. We did the keto stuff. And so everything switched over to coconut oil, and so there was like a 4-month straight period where it was like Rada was describing. It started coconut oil coming in, it was still coconut oil going out.
Yeah.
But after that, it was fine. It stopped being an issue. It's just like instantaneously.
The thing that's probably different for me is I am actually allergic to coconuts. So
yeah,
it doesn't have to just be the oil. Kidding. It can actually be the coconut itself. So coconut does much the same thing through my system. So I avoid coconut in general, which sucks because I love movie theater popcorn butter. So I do still eat that and suffer, but it is what it is.
Fair. I can't argue with you on that. Allergies always throw wrenches into shit.
Oh yeah, they like to really fuck with things.
Yeah. Also, answer your question, West Coast Warrior. If a scary movie is supposed to be a pot movie or a horror parody,
yes.
I'm glad we went to the same place at the same time. There. Yeah.
For what you were saying earlier, I gotta say, I think it still might end up being a shit movie.
You think so?
That's all movies have been for a very long time. I should say, lots of movies have gone to shit, and we are talking 5th one in the series.
Yeah.
But I am very happy to see the Wayans Bros back at the helm.
Yeah.
I think this one will be better than 4 for sure. It might still not be a masterpiece. It won't be, I don't think, have the same cultural effect like Scary Movie 1 did. But I still see it as an overall improvement. And the sort of humor that I'm expecting to get out of it is more in line with what I think we would have seen back 20 years ago, 15, 20
Absolutely.
years ago. Which I think is a good thing.
Sure.
Good thing overall.
I think so too. And I'm hoping it means that we're heading back towards a little bit more normalcy. Reason and understanding and all that good shit.
Making fun of everybody.
Yes, absolutely. That more than anything else, just making fun of each other again. Love it. Yeah, and who knows if it does well, maybe we actually will get the Don't Be a Menace 2 and White Chicks 2 and all that shit. I'm sure people are looking forward to those as well. So
not really.
What?
Well, not necessarily being
White Chicks 2.
I could live without that one. I didn't even like White Chicks 1.
That's gone from a joke to just kind of reality because we've had a bunch of those now.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess you're right.
We've had like the Rachel Dolezal.
Also, White Chicks 1 was hilarious. I don't know what you're talking about, Rada. That movie's great.
You say so.
That movie is great, but that movie is held very much, I think, on Terry Crews's shoulders.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. They would have to get him back. I haven't seen him in like anything in a while. Now I think about it, like I wonder what he's been up to.
He spoke up about some bad Hollywood practices, and I think he's kind of been blacklisted since then.
Excommunicated? That fucking sucks, man. He's like one of the best actors there. The fuck?
Yeah, well, when you're against Diddlin, then there's no place in Hollywood for you.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Well, yeah, so that's going on with Scary Movie. Let me see. Oh, why don't we talk about this real quick? This is kind of massive news. So, hey, guess what? Destiny 2 is fucking dead. Finally. Definitely.
It is a finally.
Yeah, because it's kind of been bleeding out for it's been bleeding out for a while, it seems like. Because I feel like with every time like a major update for this game comes out, it's usually just people like shitting on it or being unsatisfied in one way or the other. And I was actually sitting in on Tempanaco's thing the other night, and they were Temp was going over. Apparently, they're doing like all kinds of updates that people had been asking for, and like making changes people wanted. Like now that the game's like dead, like it's just. I do find that weird and hilarious because I think a lot of it also had to do with like monetary stuff. So maybe just like the fact that they can't really won't be able to make money off the game anymore. Now they're just like, fuck it, we'll just give players what they want. Now that we can't, make them pay for it, we'll just give it to them. Fuck it. And I'm just like, wow, that's a bit callous, but all right, I guess. That's what it is. But yeah, this will go into effect with the last update called Monument of Triumph on June 9th. All future expansions and content drops are canceled. Game will remain fully playable like the original Destiny. Well, okay, at least that. It's nice, Don't kill games and all that. Last update, adding permanent features, including Pantheon 2.0. Bungie is shifting focus to new projects like Marathon while leaving D2 as a finished celebration. And you know what? Honestly, fair enough, I guess. If you're not going to, keep up the live service game, transferring it into just a complete game that people can just play whenever, that is pretty much the best possible outcome for something like this, I would say. Aside from, the game actually just continuing and getting new content and, listening to the players and all that shit, right? But I'm saying if you get to the point where you have to just, end support for a game, I would say this is probably the best possible way you could do it. I mean, there's definitely been way worse instances of this happening where like the game just dies and just goes completely offline and you can't play it and everything you spent on it is just fucked and go fuck yourself, right? So the fact that they decided to go about it this way, I mean, I feel like that's I gotta give them some credit for that at the very least. The fact that they're killing the game for Marathon of all games, I mean, I feel like I got to take that credit away again immediately. I suppose we'll see if their gambit pays off, huh? I really doubt it will. We'll see how things go. I just I don't know, because I'm trying to think like what they could really do for Marathon to make people actually want to play it. But like the only thing I can think of is just like a complete visual overhaul, because like I think most of what people like don't like about that game is just how it looks in general. Because from what I hear, the game itself plays fine.
I think the bigger issue is that's it. It's just fine. It's not bringing anything new to the table. It's not particularly more fun than any of its competitors. It's just fine.
And of course, PvP extraction shooter is niche, and yada yada. We've been through that. We played that record quite a few times on this podcast already. But I mean, it does bear repeating because for some reason people keep wanting to come out with more fucking PvP live service extraction shooters. Like that's somehow the next big thing when it's never going to be. It's not. Never has been. Never will be. Right?
Yeah.
Like Tarkov is a miracle to exist the way it does, but that's kind of it, really. I can't think of like any other like extraction shooter style game. Well, PvP extraction shooter. Obviously, there's Helldivers, which is also an extraction shooter, but it's not PvP, it's just PvE. And then of course we were just hyping up Far Far West, which is also an extraction shooter. But again, we're talking specifically PvP extraction. Like that's that's the part that's hard for people to get into because of the amount of shit that you can lose every time you lose, right? Like the thing that people like, the thing that makes a PvP game like easily accessible to a wider range of people is when you're not really like losing anything by playing it, right? We'll use Marvel Rivals as an example. You play the game, And whether you win or lose a match, you still, you still get progress on like the season pass. You can still unlock, stuff in events that they put up for free. You don't even have to really pay into it if you don't want to. You can still get a fair amount of pretty cool shit for free just by playing the game. Whereas with something like Marathon or Tarkov or whatever, if you're, doing a whole run, you're doing your whole thing, and then some other player just fucking snipes you and then just takes all your shit, well, you're back at square one. Right. And some people, that's kind of what they're there for, right? They appreciate the challenge of that. Not a whole lot of people will, that's kind of a hard sell for most people who play video games. A lot of people like to, feel like they're actually, progressing, accomplishing something instead of just, losing all their progress over and over again. So I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's ever going to be something you're going to be able to like get like really rocking the way Destiny used to be rocking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they've killed so many people's goodwill. Really,
yeah, in general, is that too? Yeah, and that doesn't help that game was like mired in several controversies when it first dropped, and really hasn't been talked about much since then. Right?
Mm-hmm.
People don't really make tweets about their crazy plays in Marathon, or check out this Marathon update, or hey, I made this funny Marathon. Like, people don't fucking talk about Marathon unless they're talking about how few players it has. Like, that's it. Mm-hmm. And that's a bad sign. That means your game is not moving merch, right? Like that should always be your first fucking question whenever you're like making pretty much anything that you plan to sell to the general populace. Can your shit move merch, right? Like fucking what's his name? God, what's that comedian's name? Fuck. Bear, do you know the guy they're having playing Dan Hibiki in the Street Fighter movie? The guy that Rosa had me watch. Andrew Schultz. Yeah. Yeah, it's like when Andrew Schultz's jokes, right? It's like, can you fucking move merch, man? But it is important. It is important when you are trying to sell a product. Like, it's always a difference between like just being a creative for creative's sake and being a creative who's trying to make it a career, right? Because you're making it a career, that means you got to earn some fucking money. That means people got to want the shit you're making, right? You can't just, obviously people we've tried for years to browbeat and guilt people into wanting things that they just don't normally naturally want. And it has not worked for any of that shit. So yeah, that should be your first priority whenever you're trying to sell something. Does it move merch? Can it make sales? First and foremost, period. And I don't think Marathon's going to be that game for them. It's just really not. It's really not. They're going to have to come up with something else that's like pretty fucking quick.
I don't think it's happening. I think Bungie is a defunct studio. It's dead. Yeah. It's got some steps left on it before it finally keels and falls over. Think about it. Marathon isn't it. And if they want to make another game, you're talking something that's 3 or 4 years out.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah. Unless they have something that's been in their back pocket that they have been working on and will release in the next year or so to, basically salvage the company, make them some actual money. Yeah, I don't see it happening. For better or worse, I think the company's going to go.
Maybe they bring in some Koreans or some Chinese devs. I don't know, man. Or try and make something pretty solid pretty quick. I mean...
just a Destiny 2.5, the gotcha. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't. Like.
Well, here's the thing, because I get where you're coming from, and that joke is sort of fair, but it's sort of not. Like in more recent years, like there have been actual games coming out of Korea and China lately, right? They've been working on some actual non-gotcha shit, like full-on real video games, and they've put out some pretty good shit, right? You got your Stellar. Yeah, you got your Stellar Blaze, and you got your Black Myth Wukong, fucking what was it? What was that other one I just played? The Wuchong Fallen Feathers, that one's pretty good. And there's definitely a handful of others that I haven't personally touched, but like they're doing some stuff, right?
It's very easy. They made the gotcha slop so that they could afford to make this other stuff.
Yeah,
essentially, yes. That is kind of how it's working out. It seems.
No, and they have some more in the pipeline that look like they're going to be real games too. So things have changed there. Fingers crossed. I don't see them bringing, like I said though, even 3 or 4 years, I think, is going to be kind of the minimum as the turnaround for most games right now. Whether or not you're slave laboring some Koreans or Chinese folk,
Right.
you're looking at around the same time frame. And I don't see Marathon being enough of a monetary draw for them to stay afloat.
No, absolutely not. Like unless they're like they just got like a fucking like break glass in case of emergency situation somewhere like hidden in a bunker under the studio, right? Unless they got some fucking crazy ass trump card that they're planning on dropping out of nowhere in like a month or two. I feel like they're gonna have to consider bankruptcy, I guess. I mean, like, because they're under Sony right now, still, right?
They're under Sony now. So
yeah, so they just get split up into other Sony studios, I guess, or
it's possible that Sony keeps them going just for the name's sake.
Maybe, but they could just
but like the Bungie name doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah,
anymore.
I don't. Well, that's the thing is do you really want to keep Bungie going for the name's sake right now? When right now Bungie's name does not mean anything positive.
Yeah, because it's another fucking Ship of Theseus situation. Yeah, many such cases here in the West as far as game studios go, but Bungie is definitely one of them. So it's I think somebody at Sony has probably realized by now, especially with that fucking what was that $765 million it wasn't like a direct loss but like a projected loss or some shit on the Bungie studio. I think somebody's probably considering at this point that maybe they should just cut their losses. If there's anybody around who still, got any kind of sense, I would think, but
Yep.
So unfortunate, and pouring out for all the Destiny 2 hopefuls who are hanging on to hope all the way up until the end. I know there were still a few here and there.
Look, let's be honest here. Do you know how many games Bungie's put out since 2010?
No.
So, 4.
Oh.
Halo Reach, Destiny 2, and Marathon.
Wow, that's well, I mean, so if you're like a studio that's got like a couple of solid like live service ongoing games, right? Then that's not necessarily like surprising. Right, because if you're just the one studio working on like 2 games that are just ongoing and massive and they need all kinds of upkeep, like that does make sense. But I also get what you're saying, that they probably could have stood to diversify a bit more, maybe get a few smaller projects out there just so they have a little more to go on right about now.
Yes,
when they really need it.
My thought being is if you're doing a live service game, it's you use that to help fund other projects. I guess maybe that's not the best way of looking at it. Maybe a live service should be going back to fund the live service. But no matter what your live service game is, it's got a lifespan. And if you're not using that money to do something else, you are going to spiral until you've put so much money into it that once it collapses, you collapse with it. And I think that's kind of what Bungie is showing to us. I mean, that's how they're going to be going out. Destiny 2 will ultimately be their swan song. I know Marathon's out, but I don't know if it's going to make enough of a splash to say that it was their end.
I gotcha. Also, hi, Deeple. Welcome in. Good to see you, bud. Is PvP genre just mature as a game design? What do you mean mature as a game? Like as in like dated or?
I think he's more asking if it has nowhere else to evolve to. And honestly, I don't think that's possible. I think everything has somewhere to evolve to eventually. It's just that the people involved in it, could you stop chewing on my microphone? Are just not the creative type at this point. It's so much easier to copy. Until basically an actual indie studio that loves this stuff tries to do something with it, it's going to keep being the same thing recycled because it's what they think everybody wants.
Yeah, the bigger you get, the harder it is to pivot, and the less likely you are to experiment. At the end of the day, AAA companies, or these publicly traded companies, they're not looking to make a new game. They're looking to make profit. They are responsible to their shareholders to continue to supply them with more and more money, and that just does not lead to innovation. So as far as is PvP mature, and does have anywhere to go? No, I think it's got plenty of places to go as well. I think there will be some new thing. It's like the whole battle royale thing didn't really take off until PUBG and
Fortnite.
Or slash Fortnite. I mean, there will be a game that comes out that just does something, and suddenly it will be the new thing again.
Yeah,
just how it works.
Oy vey. So, in other news, let me see here. Let me talk about. Wanted to do maybe one of the smaller ones, then we'll move on to a bigger one again. I'm trying to like stutter step it, stagger it,
Mm-hmm.
But oh yeah, this one was kind of cool actually. I thought this was pretty neat. So you guys know One Punch Man.
Right? I've heard of it.
Yeah, and way back there was the big meme about like how he got as strong as he is, because he's like the strongest in the universe he exists in. He is the One Punch Man, able to defeat any enemy with a single punch. And that mean like anything, like kaijus, fucking giant robots, all kinds of crazy shit, right? But his workout is as listed here: 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run every single day, right? Which, from apparently what I understand, this is like a pretty bog standard workout to do if you're actually, trying to improve your physical, right? Like it's not especially ridiculous as a workout, even though it sounds it at first, probably for sedentary fuckers like us. But apparently this isn't actually all that bad for somebody who's a little more fit, a little more athletic and all that. But yeah, some nerds who saw this when they watched the anime decided, yeah, give it a shot. We'll see what happens. And this story is about one such nerd. A Japanese YouTuber has gone viral after spending 3 years. Get this shit up for 3 years every single day. That's dedication. That's fucking respectable.
Yeah.
Doing Saitama's infamous One Punch Man workout every single day, and even the manga's creator has taken notice. In One Punch Man, Saitama claims he became the strongest hero alive by sticking to a brutal daily routine: 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run. Most fans treat it as an absurd anime gag, but 44-year-old YouTuber Tasuke turned it into a real-life challenge. According to Japanese outlet Yutura, Tasuke began the challenge on April 21st, 2023, when he was 41 years old and weighed 164 pounds. His goal was simple but extreme: complete Saitama's full workout every day for 3 straight years without taking a break. He finally hit the finish line on April 20, 2026 after 1,096 consecutive days. And have a look at how we ended up here. Fucking hell. And shit worked for him. Like, yeah, because this is the start point here. This is the end point over here. Damn. I mean, nothing but respect, man. Dude put the work in, got the results out. Solid. That's good shit. Good for him. And of course, like I said, mentioned earlier up there, the creator apparently also praised him for this. Creator's YouTuber's insane transformation. Over the course of the challenge, Tasuke reportedly ran over 10,000 miles and completed 109,600 push-ups, sit-ups, and squats each. His transformation has gone viral, with viewers stunned by his leaner physique, visible abs, and dramatically improved endurance. The grind did not come without setbacks. Tasuke said he dealt with torn toenails, illness, and even traffic accidents during the 3-year run. Shit. Ouch. The challenge also caught the attention of One Punch Man creator One, who responded on X after Yutura shared Tasuke's story. Someone recreated it again. That's amazing. I mean, thank you. One wrote, reacting to the real-life Saitama effort. Tasuke also joked about one major difference between himself and the anime hero. In the series, Saitama loses his hair after completing the workout. Tasuke told viewers not to say he has to redo the challenge because he did not go bald. That's true. Part of the challenge is going bald, and he clearly still has his hair. So I guess I guess he couldn't quite become the One Punch Man, but I mean, again, still extremely respectable that he kept this shit up for 3 straight years. God damn. I wish I had that kind of dedication to anything, really. That is next level. Since continued pushing himself. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing.
Since continued pushing himself, completing a 205.83 kilometer run around Lake Biwa in 27 hours, 42 minutes, and 5 seconds.
Holy shit.
Okay, so real quick, can somebody put this in freedom units for me? What the fuck is a kilometer?
It's like 3 point. Hold on. Let's ask Greg. What are we? Just miles to kilometers?
How many hot dogs laid end to end would this be? How?
That's 127 miles, by the way.
End to end is.
Wow. Oh yeah. I could actually answer that question.
Hold on. Where? How many meters are we talking about?
205.83 kilometers.
Is 205.83 km. Hold on. It's figuring out how many inches a hot dog is. It's 13.5 million hot dogs.
Holy shit. That's a lot of hot dogs. That's a shit ton of winner right
If it's
there.
a foot long hot dog, however, it's only 686,100.
That's still a lot of wiener.
It's a lot of hot dogs. Yeah.
Just gonna say it right there.
Of course, bun length at the same time, you could be looking at 1.2 to 1.3 million.
I just love that you took it like so seriously. You're like really thinking about it. You know, that's.
I didn't think about it. I typed it into Grok. Grok told me.
So I will show you a website here in a moment. It's also 100,000 bald eagles. So
nice.
Amazing. Wing to wing. Perfect. There's just a website for measuring in bald eagles, isn't there?
Probably.
Oh, I'm just gonna put it in topics.
All right. Tosuke isn't the only one who wanted to make waves by doing Saitama's workout. Last year, cooperating. Last year, a broke man from China completely transformed his life after trying out the training regime for himself. Actually, I want to see how'd that guy turn. Is there pictures of him too? Oh, well, he got the whole fucking fit and also shaved his head. Yeah, so this guy apparently is a little more committed to the bit, huh? But did he get shredded abs? Probably.
Shredding usually takes more dehydration, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably like a lot of like diet that went into all this as well, but yeah.
Yeah, the setups and the other things those are probably helping the abdominal muscles quite a bit. So, but yeah, the actual like 6-pack shredding look, that usually is a hydration thing. There's a lot of tricks you can do to make yourself look very muscular.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. I just wanted to pass that along. It was a cool little story. Unfortunately, not all the stories are as cool. Unfortunately, bad news about...
I was talking to the cat, sorry.
Yeah, no, I know. Bad news, though, about Nagoshi Studios. The company founded by Yakuza series creator Toshihiro Nagoshi has permanently closed.
That was
Studios
quick.
the studio's Google business listing in Tokyo Ebisu district now displays a permanently closed notice. NetEase ended all funding after determining the studio debut project, Gang of Dragon, would require an additional $7 billion, around $44 million, to complete. No new publisher or investor was secured. The studio's official website is now offline. Its YouTube channel has been deleted along with all trailers and related content, and there has been no official statement from Nagoshi or the company. That fucking sucks, in my opinion. Because I remember when we watched the trailer for this game. It looked pretty cool.
Not Quite a Dragon was never going to be enough to, to be a studio. I'm sorry. I know the Yakuza Like a Dragon stuff is great for people to play it, but they're well established. They kind of have a built-in player base.
These people have no chill, I swear to God.
Doing something that was not quite that game, you're not really. I don't know. It's silly. It was silly to try that, but could have worked. it didn't, obviously, but
this whole bit, like this fucking first part of the trailer sold me. Like the moment I saw it, it's like it's just these two guys just fucking struggling. It's like one is trying desperately to stab the other. Like I was like, yeah, no, I'm in for this. This game looks great. I absolutely want to play this.
I get it, but it really was it was a situation of like we have like a dragon at home. We have this at home, you know.
Yeah, and at the very least, we do have that new like actual Furyuga Gotoku project that we looked at the other day. Podcast before last, right? I forget what it was called, but yeah, I forget what it was actually called, but yeah, that shit also looks really good. So I'm excited to play that, and at least we got that coming down the pipeline. But yeah, I would have liked to play this too, man. I get it was a long shot, but
yeah, I'm a little surprised that they had us like the not the demo, but like the trailer and stuff. That they had a lot more ready to go with not having actually any funding behind them than I would have expected. I didn't realize that they were fishing when they were putting this out.
Yeah. Well, that's game dev for you. It's ruthless, it's brutal, and some games just don't make it, even though you really wish they would. I mean, who knows? Some shit's managed to come back from like super hyper ultra death to put out something. So you never know. Maybe they'll find something out some other time, somewhere down the line. Maybe for now this is the end of Gango Dragon, but who knows? It could return someday. Just gotta hope. Just gotta believe.
What the fuck did he do?
With the way IP and stuff works in Japan.
Okay.
No, this is dead. I'm pretty sure this is dead permanently.
Well.
But he the guy behind it, he very well might come around with something. A negotiation
something else,
show back up somewhere else and have his vision realized in a different sort of game.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's the fucking series creator of Yakuza. Like, dude's not done. He's got something. He's probably got plenty more ideas. He's just got to figure out how to get one of those ideas properly funded. I mean, you would think, because I don't know, like, I guess Yakuza is kind of a niche thing here in like the West. Like I know people who like Yakuza. I myself like Yakuza. I feel like as a whole, though, it's still a bit niche in terms of being like a known named series, right? I feel like more people know it for like the memes, right? Of like shit like Kiryu kicking that dude through the door or whatever, like shit like that. But not as many people have actually like played the games and are actually invested in the series, Well, but I do wonder like how it gets on in Japan, like if it's more popular there.
So you bring that up and looking real quick with Google, Like a Dragon has been their best selling title, period, with 2.8 million copies sold. The next one up is Yakuza 0 with just about 2 million, and then Infinite Wealth with 1.6.
Which, I mean, to be fair, these aren't like terrible numbers for sales. They're just not
but
the crazy like globe cracking numbers that like something like, I don't know, Call of Duty or whatever the fuck, that like the big names,
I mean, they're just basically a niche game. Nothing wrong with that.
They're niche titles.
Yeah, and they use their budgets to the fullest to make use of what they do get. So they definitely do well enough for themselves to keep the wheels turning.
Yeah, I mean, they make money. They have a fandom. They don't really need much more than that.
Yeah. And that is definitely. So I'm looking at all the sales for all their games. They're just they're very niche. But they do hit that like it's around 2 million for only when it's across a lot of their. Okay, hold on. Total sales for all their games. 31 million.
Okay.
For every version of the games.
Yeah, and that's like units sold. Yes.
Yeah, units sold.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good in general for. I mean, because is that also including like the weird like niche like ultra like niche titles in the weird like spin-off games like fucking Yakuza Zombies or whatever the fuck that was, you know.
That's 36 different products.
Damn.
Okay, it probably does include the side games then. It probably does. All right, well, that's what it is, I guess. But yeah, but this is disappointing to see. I wish there could have been more for this this concept and this creator.
I think
But
this
we'll
sort
see.
of theme of game, there's still space for it. I think
No,
that
absolutely.
it's from the preview we saw from the little trailer. It was interesting. It looked intense. It looked like it would be something fun to see. They've never been my particular style of game. This would be more something I would want to watch someone play than play myself, or at least parts of it. But it still looked engaging. And so I think, down the line, we'll probably see another thing that competes with Yakuza.
Absolutely. Yeah, but we'll see. But hey, in more positive, more fun news, did you guys know that the He-Man movie broke a fucking Guinness World Record in its promotional material?
No,
No.
but I'm not sure I cared.
Oh, well, I think this is pretty fucking cool, actually, because it broke the world record for the brightest drone show ever. Because, hang on. Christ, fuckers, always in the evening. I don't know. But yeah, they put on a drone show over the skies of Los Angeles with 1,600 drones as part of it. And honestly, it's pretty fucking sick. I can't really like full screen this, unfortunately. But yeah, look at this shit. It's kind of nutty. It's kind of wild just how much they can do with these light drones, right? And of course, like the big one that was like, memeing around on Twitter was the giant fucking Skeletor head just hanging out over New York. And it's like, holy shit. Because everyone was making jokes, like imagine being high looking up and seeing this, right? Like that's like obviously, but it's like
imagine being 8 looking up and seeing that.
True, also true. But that shit's fucking awesome, in my opinion. That's so cool.
It's going to be cooler than the movie.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'd rather just watch this for 2 hours. Yeah, that's cool. Like even the lightning shit. Like, oh, that's so fucking cool. Holy shit, man. These drones are wacky, man. The shit they can do with these nowadays.
Yeah, they do some really cool shit with that.
Yeah, like fucking Skeletor's staff versus the
Sword of Eternia.
What? Oh yeah, is that what it's called? It's like
the Sword of Eternia.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Sword of Omens. Like, no, that's fucking Lion-O.
No, that's Thundercats. No, that's the Sword of Eternia.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I will say one thing about the movie. I appreciate that they didn't actually like change the the classic design of the sword.
No, they kind of went with the cartoon stuff, but at the same time, sort of not to,
It looks pretty similar to what I remember, like the old, like, what was it? It was the original cartoon like from the 80s?
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that one, as far as I can tell.
I mean, we actually had the Grayskull playset, and I had She-Ra's castle, and I mean, it looks okay.
Even Baby Rada was a nerd, huh?
I was never not. I was there was never a time from the moment I was conceived. Literally, I was a nerd. It's never changed. It's not going to change. I am just this is my genetics.
Let's keep on a D20 roll.
I mean, maybe for all I know, my parents did play D&D together. But I mean, let's put it this way: my mother was programming video games for me to play. So that's the type of place I come from.
Like every time your mom thought you were kicking, you were actually just rolling to hit.
Yeah. Apparently, I had a high rate too. Unfortunately, I failed my
roll for conception. Fucking hell, that's good.
I failed the eviction roll, so I was born a month early. But
well, it happens. You still turned out pretty good, so yeah. I had jaundice when I was born, so
I had that too.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they stuck me under a light for a couple days, and then I was fine.
Hey, jaundice buddies.
My liver does in fact work.
That's good. I'm happy for you.
Right?
Mine too, but I don't put my liver through much anyway. Yeah,
I never
I'm not
did.
a drinker or anything, so.
I had a few years there, but yeah, no, I don't really do much to my liver.
I mean, I might have 1 or 2 nights really given it a good workout, but not on a consistent basis.
Gotcha.
I tried. Being an alcoholic is expensive. It's
Yeah.
like I don't know
I
how
can only imagine.
And it takes so much effort. You gotta go get the alcohol, and then you have to like drink it. And I kind of give up at the go get part. This is why I do not succeed as a drug addict, because in order to do drugs, you have to get drugs.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true, right?
Yeah.
And I imagine, well, it's probably a lot easier now than it was back then, huh?
Yeah, but since they destroyed Silk Road, if it can't be dropped off at my door, I don't know that I really want to deal with it.
You joke, but I get the feeling.
No, I'm not joking. I'm serious.
I feel like we probably could get like Uber crack going at some point here, right? Like
they tried. They put him in jail.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know Silk Road?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that was? I thought that was like.
No, that wasn't a joke. That was a serious thing. It was a website. A fellow named Ross Albright coded up a website where people could connect across the world, basically selling all kinds of specific illegal substances and so forth. And honestly, it was making quite a bit of money. It was doing really well. And then the cops actually got him on like a technicality of some kind, and they sentenced him to 3 life sentences?
Yeah.
Was it consecutive? Yeah, I think it was consecutive. So he was never basically getting out of prison until Trump pardoned him.
Oh,
yeah, no, that's a whole rabbit hole. And the funny thing is what he did was actually safer than people going out and getting it on the streets.
Yeah, that's why because I feel like the way we're going, we might actually have like a proper like Uber type like fucking thing, but it's for drugs.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what it was. It was the Amazon of drugs, basically.
Yeah, like
I mean there were other supposed services. They accuse him of hosting for like assassinations and stuff, but there was never any proof of that.
Yeah, that
there
does
was
sound
some
a little conspiratorial at that point.
Type issues.
Yeah.
Going on there. So
yeah,
I can imagine. I mean, where drugs are concerned, shit's gonna get wild no matter what. But yes,
I think it was less the drugs, and it wasn't just drugs because Silk Road was a lot of things.
It was a lot of things. Yeah,
it was just that it had no government oversight, and they don't like it when they don't get to have their hands in shit.
I think the wrong oversight isn't what they care about so much as they weren't collecting taxes on it. They didn't get their cut.
That's the more real part of it. Is this they weren't making any money, and they felt like they should have been making money. And
government wants their drug money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when the government doesn't get its money, it slaps a bitch.
Yep, pretty much.
Government slaps hard.
It's especially funny given the context here. It's like government really is just a massive fucking pimp, just smacking the whole country around.
Yep.
I'm trying to find something here. I'm sorry. Like it was perfect that we were kind of just going on a tangent there because I was looking for something while we were yapping, but I'm having a hard time finding it. Fucking hell.
The government always has been. I mean, taxes. Almost every tax. And that's just the government.
Mm-hmm.
Being a pimp. You live on this land? Oh, it's our land. You have to continue to pay us. It doesn't matter that you bought your house.
There's
doesn't matter that families owned the land for generations. It's like, oh, you found something underground? Oh, well, that was ours. We didn't sell you the rights to the underground for that area, even though you have a deed for the property.
No, I'm just getting depressed thinking about my grandparents' house because that place actually had mineral rights.
Well, hey, you know
and
what?
Water rights, which is so rare.
I'll tell you right now, Roddy. You shouldn't be thinking about your grandparents' house. You know what house you should be thinking about?
The House of Pain? Oh, same thing.
Well, I mean, yeah. That's perfect. Oh, fuck. Chat, listen. Chat, it finally happened. The man finally found his way to the stage of history. Unfortunately, it was during the day, so nothing was happening. And he comments on his post. But Dick Serto has a little mini story here about how former Tekken director Katsuhiro Harada has finally visited the Waffle House after years of fan requests to add it as a stage. Quote, next time I'll be back at 3 a.m. for fight time. I love it. After several years of Tekken fans urging director Katsuhiro Harada to add Waffle House as a stage to the fighting game, director finally visited one to get a better idea of the bizarre request. Back in 2024, Harada responded to a fan who created a mock-up of a Waffle House parking lot as a Tekken stage, confused by why it was so popular. You gotta like it's always so fun when like somebody in the East just encounters a Western meme, like a really obscure Western meme with like no context at all, and just like I fucking love it every time. This is a prime example. It's great. I will only ask once about this request. Why do some communities send me requests for Waffle House? He wondered. He was then bombarded with fans explaining to him about how, for whatever reason, there have been tons of viral fights at Waffle House over the years, turning it into a bit of a meme about the chain. Months later, Harada revealed he tried to contact Waffle House about a collab to add it to the Tekken, suggesting the parody like Hustle House be added instead. So he tried. He tried to make it happen. I think they just ended up not going for it.
Which is a shame.
It is. It's a massive shame. It would have been an incredible fucking like ad for Waffle House. I mean, I know people know about it already, but like, man, that really would have shot up their stock a little bit, I think. Unfortunately, before Harada could make good on this idea, he left Namco after over 30 years and joined forces with SNK to create a new game development studio called Versus Studio. It's a fucking strong name for a fighting game studio.
It really is.
Good. Still, with Tekken so close to him, Harada ended up holding onto his Waffle House request, and during a visit to MomoCon 2026 in Atlanta, finally visited the chain. The staff are always friendly, and when I asked if they would sell me a menu, they sold me one for $5. He revealed.
Damn.
Oh, he got a fucking souvenir. That's great. Harada posted a series of photos at the restaurant too. In one, he stood outside the chain with his fist raised, and in another was holding a chair as if it was a weapon. This was likely a reference to legendary Waffle House Wendy, a Waffle House employee who went viral for parrying a chair that was thrown at her during a massive brawl with customers. I know exactly which clip that is, too. I've seen like edits where people put in like Street Fighter parry noises.
That girl, holy shit! I would not want to meet her in a dark alley.
Dude, she was holding the down for Waffle House. All right, this shit was great. Next time I'll be back at 3 a.m. for fight time, Harada joked. While we may not actually get Waffle House and Tekken anytime soon, hopefully this is a sign that whatever Harada ends up working on next, fans will get some sort of Waffle House inspired stage. That would be the power move, right? Like whatever the fuck they're working on at SNK, like if it's a new fighting game series or whatever, right? If in the trailer for the game, like the reveal trailer, it's just you see the fucking Waffle House. Like either right at the beginning or right at the end. It's got to be one of the two, right? Like those are the prime moments to reveal it. But it's so fucking great if whatever he's working on, like immediately Waffle House is just like you just see it trending on Twitter, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? It's like Harada dropped a new game, man. That's what's going on. Oh fuck. Yeah, man. I fucking love this guy. He's great. Harada is so good.
It's one of the few times you see Waffle House as a part of a story and there isn't like some sort of violence attached to it. So
or
it's kind
a
of
natural
refreshing.
disaster.
Or a natural disaster. Yeah.
It's funny. I kind of wish there like some part of the story had actually been Harada like just getting into an actual fight at the Wafflehouse.
Or at least seeing one. That would have been hilarious.
Honestly, I just bet Harada could kick the absolute shit out of somebody. I bet you he's actually dangerous. Harada's got some of that Kamiya in him. Like I don't know if you guys saw, because like he also ended up like somewhat. Actually, go ahead. Before I get to that, go ahead, Bear. You had a thought.
So my problem is that I do believe the man is well aged.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not quite 68, but he's I believe he's getting close to it. So I don't know how scrappy he still is.
I don't know, man. I feel like he'd surprise you. That's all I'm gonna say. I feel like he'd surprise you. Like he probably surprised this person on Twitter because he's got a little bit of Kamiya in him too. You know, the I know you guys. I know I've shared with you guys some like Kamiya Twitter interactions and how he typically responds to hecklers online.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he had a bit of a moment because there's been a little bit of controversy around the revealed Tekken season pass, because the big news, of course, is that they are adding Baki's own Yujiro Hanma to Tekken finally, which is, you know, that's been kind of like a meme in the Baki like fan community for a while now. It's like, hey, can we get Yujiro in Tekken? We should definitely put Yujiro in Tekken. Like Yujiro belongs in a Tekken game. We should absolutely get him in there. And now it is actually happening. He's being added as a proper collab character to the series, which is pretty funny. But some people don't actually know who Yujiro is, because Baki is also kind of niche as an anime. I mean, a lot of people know about like the memes and stuff. And again, as somebody who has watched some Baki and knows about Yujiro, yeah, no, dude's like an absolute perfect character to put in a Tekken game.
He's a fucking menace.
He is
Baki
a menace.
is incredibly niche. It's not kind of niche. It's incredibly niche.
Yeah. I will say though, I've been loving like the Yujiro Hanma memes that have been coming out of like the announcement of him being in Tekken, like specifically the like whenever you guess right on 50-50 against Yujiro and he wins anyway. Like, I gotta find that clip, because like I know for a fact that Rada has no fucking idea who this character is, but I need you to like understand just a little bit of what we're talking about here.
So
I have no clue what's going on here.
No, you don't have to know him necessarily, Rada, but just know that like for like all the Chuck Norris jokes that exist, they could also then be applied, and the weeb Chuck Norris jokes are for Yujiro Hanma.
Okay.
He's
pretty much
he's ridiculous. Also, he has cracked a couple of our presidents. So
he's what?
Unconsensually. He has raped some of the presidents.
Yep. In universe of his,
okay. I thought there was something going on here that I was unaware of, which considering the way government runs wouldn't necessarily surprise me. But okay, I see what's going on now.
But let me just this right here. This will give you an idea of what we're dealing with here with this character. So Yujiro is this fist on the right, by the way. That's the kind of guy Yujiro is, and just all kinds of stupid fucking nonsense that he does in his own series. So we're real excited to see him in there. But somebody was not, and they decided to bitch at Harada about it. And this was Harada's comeback, because this person like they made like a physical threat in their tweet, which is probably why that tweet is gone. But instead of like being like, yo, hey, we shouldn't threaten people physically, and Harada's like, nah, fuck all that. You're the typical loudmouth loser on the internet. You're about 10 years too early to be threatening me, you piece of trash. And I'm no longer involved, so don't ask me for shit about Tekken. Just sit there watching tournaments while your mommy holds you, you little shit. Bro's an actual anime character. Oh, I love him. Dude, oh, you'll love to see it.
Amazing. I appreciate designers and people involved in anything, just having enough spine to tell people to go fuck off.
Yeah. And I do wish that our next story, the person involved, could have had that, but it unfortunately didn't go quite as hardcore as old Harada handled it. So I don't know if you guys know, but Gachi Akuta is having some controversy at the moment. Perhaps you've seen or heard of this before now.
Yep.
Yeah. The Gachi Akuta creator has been under fire because she shared a meme that somebody made, like a little meme video where like some guy was like doing a low budget like the low budget cosplay meme where like the person dresses up in like a bunch of like bits of cardboard or like some bullshit that like vaguely resembles the actual character. So some guy did the same with a character from Gachikuta named what is his name? It's like Rabble or something like that. Anyway, he's a guy who's got like dreads, like long dreads, and the guy in question, the one who did like the budget cosplay, just put a bunch of leaks and just kind of like tied them to his head and then like emulated a dance that the character does in the show. And this apparently made Black Twitter very upset. They saw this as very, very racist, and they decided to also blame the creator of Gachikuta for retweeting it or whatever because she thought it was funny. And as a result, Kei Urana, who is the creator of Gachikuta, has decided to leave Twitter entirely. Just completely deleted her Twitter account. Apparently she is still active over on Instagram, but from what I hear, they're also like stalking her over there. So
yep.
I don't know how much longer that's gonna last. But this actually ended up fanning out a bit. Because the graffiti artist for Gachikuta also deleted their Twitter account after trying to defend Kei and getting jumped in the same way that Kei did. So he also just went ahead and deleted his Twitter account because he figured it wasn't fucking worth it. So some animators also got involved. They were calling out the fan base. And of course there's the point about Kei-Rana's Instagram being stalked as well. So yeah, and apparently she's already closed the comments. So yeah, her just getting rid of her Instagram might end up happening one of these days as well. So, just another one of those cases of some innocuous thing happens with a creator of popular thing, and then because thing is popular, the shit fans who make everything about race or gender, whatever the stupid fucking grievance of the week is, or the day, I suppose. It's every fucking day. They make a big fucking stink about it and blow it way out of proportion, and it becomes a whole fucking thing. And then, it's the same thing over and over, over and over.
But the problem is that we've long known that you don't feed the trolls, you don't engage with tourists.
Yeah,
and she made the unfortunately she did. I understand why, because even before this, they were talking about her and declaiming her as non-binary.
Yeah, even though she'd never actually.
She's like, yeah, no, and all it took was her saying no and disagreeing with their perception of her to start riling people up and fan the beginning of the flames that eventually led to this.
And I do think it's especially funny that we know the kind of people who are doing this on Twitter. We know exactly what kind of people they are. And the funny thing about Kei Urana is that she's actually apparently, or at least from what I'm hearing, is she is or was probably still is a leftist activist in Japan. Right?
Yeah,
she's pretty much everything that these people typically agree with, but because I guess she stepped out a line a couple of times here, they just immediately turned on her, as they typically do whenever one of them manages to step out of line, either accidentally or intentionally. It really doesn't matter to them. But
you have to agree 100%, or it's 0%. You don't get to have nuance. You don't get to have your own opinions on things. You have to have the hive mind's opinions, or you were wrong. You need to be, struggle session to believing the right things. And
all kinds of bullshit. But yeah, and yeah, this is actually a tweet by one of the Bones animators who, I mentioned before, exploded against the fans in K's defense. The key animator from Studio Bones, the ones that animate Gachikuta the anime, broke his silence following Kei Rana's departure from social media and lashed out against the harassment suffered by the creator. The artist confessed to hating Twitter and TikTok for being overrun with immature and destructive users. The sad thing is that the true fans aren't on Twitter. They live normal lives far from toxic social media. Well, I mean, I like Gachikuta, and like I'm not a toxic fan, but I'm also still on Twitter. I'm not far away from it, but at the same time, I'm also the one covering it here on the podcast, so maybe that's why. He lamented while explaining what the author had to endure. He admitted that he too would have deleted his account if he didn't need it to find work. And I quote, "I hate Twitter, I hate TikTok, bunch of insufferable, entitled, loathing, child-minded retards everywhere." Dude did not hold back.
Good.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of cry bullies have gotten away with what they do for far too long. They need to be called out and told, told that they're retarded, that they're, sometimes they need to hear it. Maybe this will help them. It won't, but I just like hearing them called it anyways.
Hey. Yeah. So you hate to see it, and apparently this is also going on a bit with Glitch right now. The guys that do like Amazing Digital Circus and
and stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Gruesworks, the new thing, the Gameoverse, right? All that. Yeah. They're catching flack now because the whole thing. I believe the beginning of the issue was something about how the finale for Digital Circus leaked. And then apparently some people were making a fuss about Gooseworks like making inappropriate comments, though there like as I took a look at like the screenshots, and it's like it was clearly like her joking or fucking around, but like taken wildly out of context,
Yeah. Are you talking about the one where she said, where they're trying to imply she was trying to say that bad word?
Yeah. That or like hating women, like obviously there's been like screenshots of cheeky comments she made about about hating women or like hurting women or whatever, like statements that are clearly like over the top, like sarcasm or whatever, but they take it 100% seriously because of course they do, it's the dumbest shit in the world.
Because they just believe anything.
Yeah, but it also got to the point where like Gruesworks themselves decided like, or she herself, I think it's a woman, decided she just doesn't even want any part. Like she doesn't enjoy making Digital Circus anymore because the fan base became so horrifically toxic about the whole thing that just killed her motivation for it. And I'm like, wow, shit.
So you say the finale leaked, but that's not quite how that went down, if I remember right. It's the finale was going to be like they were going to have it early, and you had to pay for it.
Yeah, in theaters, right?
Yeah, so it was like going to be a theatrical release sort of situation, and
yeah,
people got upset with the idea that they would have to pay for things or wait, and so they leaked it. And it's very, very entitled fan base.
Oh, absolutely. And it's like the thing is that like they were gonna like release the actual episode on YouTube for free for, like 2 weeks after, something like that. But like and it's like the thing is that what they're actually paying for is just like the theater experience, like getting to go see it on a big screen, and the seating and the popcorn and all this shit, I guess.
As far as I was aware, they weren't going to be getting any money out of this. Like they weren't going to be able to recoup the costs of putting it in theater. It was just to give people that experience.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, and then of course there was a whole like conversation about how like Glitch isn't indie anymore or any of that shit, and it's like people kind of stretching or shrinking, I guess, the definition of what indie actually means, where it means it's an independent studio that doesn't really answer to anyone else, which is what Glitch still technically is, right? Like they're big enough where they can, endorse, other creators, other small animators, and get their projects rolling, right? But they're still technically independent. So, I don't know. It's a whole fucking mess. But a lot of it just boils down to people like taking shit out of context, expecting too much, being ridiculously entitled, like you said. It's the fact like two of these massive scenarios are happening right about the same time as each other. It really cements, just reminds you how fucking awful fan bases on the internet can be when given the chance, because they will take that chance every single time.
Well,
the bad ones. Obviously, there's good fans too, obviously, but like the shitty ones are louder, unfortunately.
Yes, and if you are going to specifically court that type of audience, then you have to kind of expect the reactions of that audience to be sort of like this. They've shown time and time again that they're not good people, we'll say. So
no, yeah, absolutely. In fact, like I remember seeing like a tweet that was making the rounds. Like somebody was saying some shit about like, Japanese creators should just be like fucking constantly under surveillance and told what they can and can't create, and like it was something, I'm paraphrasing, but like something along those lines, right? Just like fucking psychotic, like slave labor, like manga creator bullshit, right? And it's like, what the fuck are you on about? But like some of these people like are genuinely like that's what their mind has become. Like they're so entitled and so like overbearing and controlling that they just want to actually tell the creators what they're allowed to make.
Yep.
It's like those people who try to like pay artists and exposure bucks, right? It's like I want you to make what I want you to make while I'm not actually paying for it or really supporting it in any way. But make what I want you to make though. And it's like, what the fuck are you I don't know, man.
Entitlement is a
hell of a drug.
A problem. It's a real thing.
Absolutely.
But the problem is that the sorts of people that are complaining like this are the sorts of people that have had things handed to them and had things just paved over so they could be comfortable for so long. They don't know any better. They don't understand that that's not how the world is supposed to work. It's not how the real world works in general. But that's the experiences they've had thus far.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's a goddamn shame.
Well, it is a shame. And then you'll have people that'll just cave to it because, well, it's easier than fighting them on it. So, it'll perpetuate the issues.
Yeah. Yeah. Another day, another crash out of some assholes on Twitter, I suppose. Hey, speaking of assholes, and speaking of assholes crashing out, you guys hear that crazy shit about Hassan Piker?
Yeah.
Isn't it all crazy shit with that man?
Well, typically yes, but this one really threw a lot of people for a loop because Hassan ended up getting subpoenaed by federal officials, Marxist political influencer Hassan Piker and co-Pink Code founder Susan Medea Benjamin as part of a wider investigation into whether U.S. organizations and leaders violated U.S. laws and sanctions in supporting Cuba's communist regime, Fox News Digital has learned. Yeah, so apparently this is all like kind of linking back to that whole Cuba trip that he took the other day, where he's essentially just gassing up Cuba while people starved and in the background, like literally in the background, you're seeing people like suffering under communism while Hassan's like, man, Cuba's pretty cool. Love all this electricity and air conditioning that I get in my hotel here. This place is great. I don't know what these guys are talking about.
Don't forget all the money he threw at everybody. He peppered the population with dollar bills.
Yeah. But Hassan has been subpoenaed over all that. Essentially, I suppose, an accusation of treason, collusion with the Cuban government, and
so either people talk about this hotel thing, and that was way overblown, and he didn't stay in the bad hotels, but it definitely looks like what he did there was probably pro-Cuban government propaganda. And that's if they're going to get him on something, it's probably what they're going to get him on. But man, watching him spiral, and it's like, this isn't, I think Rada said it, this isn't like a writ of execution, it's just a subpoena.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
exactly what I said.
Fucked, but you're not fucked yet. You don't have to. My wonder is that maybe he knows that he has actually done something, and that is where the spiraling is coming from.
Yeah,
it's like, oh no, they're going to find it. They're going to find out type sort of situation.
And then you got the stuff where he's basically naming everyone they could actually be after through him, and just dropping names left and right like a little.
We do have the clip of that, as a matter of fact.
Like, you don't even need discovery if he's just gonna fucking blurt everything out.
Yeah, no, he doesn't even need to be fucking interviewed. He's just spitting it out just because they said they're going to.
Talk about folding under almost zero pressure.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I was thinking.
He folds easier than laundry.
Singham and his operation from PSL to Answer Coalition to Co-Pink, like anything that he has ever financed, and it's not new. It's been around for a while, but it's obviously it's held through regardless, because like it's ridiculous, right? It's like totally fucking ridiculous to try and you know, to try and stop like the political advocacy of an American citizen, right? Roy Singham is a American citizen. He lives in China now, and he's a centimillionaire. I think he like has almost $1 billion. Not sure how much money he has now, but like he's been a funding vehicle for a lot of like political movements in the country, like a lot of activism, and they hate that shit. Like the American government hates that shit, so they're trying to jam him up. You know, they're trying to hit him on anything and everything they possibly can.
I'm sure that's all it's about. I'm so certain. Yeah. And these clips go on. There's been a million fucking clips about this now of him just kind of sweating on camera. Also, he didn't used to wear suits all the time, right?
Yeah.
So is that really just him like taking that shit that Shuan had to heart? Like he's
so
really
shook by Shuan head.
He took that right up the ass. Now he just wears suits all the time.
Have you heard his excuse for it though?
Oh, what do you say?
He said that it makes people, any Republicans or old ladies that choose to tune into him, feel more secure and safe, and more likely to listen because he's wearing a suit. He also said it makes his head looks bigger, which it doesn't. His head is still entirely. It's just a pinhead.
Yep.
He responded by accusing the government of trying to criminalize delivering aid. Yeah, that's what you were doing. Oh, good. Well, shit, man. If something actually does come of this, though, it will be very funny. Like if he ends up just letting, like during this whole thing, if he ends up letting something slip, and it actually ends up fucking, he ends up fucking himself over, that'd just be great, man. I'd be down for that.
I kind of hope it does. I'd love for these champagne socialists to get a fucking wake-up call that, no, that what they're doing is not acceptable.
Mm-mm. I love the ones where it's Kaya calling.
Yeah.
Yep.
The one where she's like
Kaya calling, and the ones where he's Homelander.
Or I think there's one that's like Kaya was wearing like a little like nun outfit, and like it just says, "I want him to know that it was me." God damn it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think Tectone's kind of overblown it a bit with him being 500% fucked. Again, like you guys said, he's not fucked yet. It's not as big a deal as we hope it would be, but yeah, who knows? We'll see. We'll see what ends up getting dug up. We shall see.
Like I said, fingers crossed. I can hope.
All right, as long as you're looking at about 2 hours of community service.
Oh god.
That is literally Hassan.
Yeah. Oh fuck, that's good. That's good shit. Okay. So just a nice little laugh at Hassan, you know. Once of those every so often, keeps you regular. What else? What else? Is there anything else really worth covering here? I think we kind of got most of the major stuff here. Oh, I did find this pretty funny. Not necessarily pop culture. I would say this is more sports news, but it is interesting. You guys might have heard that they decided to do a very special kind of Olympic competition recently.
Yeah, I've seen this story a couple times now.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
We're talking about the fucking cracked out Olympics, Rada. The all drugs allowed competition.
Oh, that. No, that's the way sports should be. Sounds fantastic. I'm all for it. Do it.
Well, the thing is, though, it's funny because you would think that you'd see some crazy shit happen.
I would hope
As
so.
a matter of fact, a non-enhanced athlete, Hunter Armstrong, won first place in the men's 50-meter backstroke at the Enhanced Games.
That is crazy shit.
Athletes using testosterone, steroids, and other PEDs. So this guy had no drugs in him at all. Swimming against dudes that had all of the drugs, and he somehow still won.
I love that. That is fantastic.
Yeah. So I have a very different takeaway from this, which is that most of the people in the Olympics are taking a ton of fucking drugs. They're just not catching them.
They're not telling you.
Yeah, they're not telling you what they're on, and there's a lot of stuff that's that just isn't getting caught.
This might be the definitive proof.
Generally, how that works.
It's not that they're taking the drugs for the first time here. It's that now we know that they were always taking the drugs.
I mean, the funny thing is it just shows that a lot of those people who were participating there relied more on the drugs than they did on actually doing the work.
I think that's definitely a thing. Like the drugs could be a crutch. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go with that. I think just everyone in the Olympics has already hopped up on all sorts of different shit, and it's natural as far as the Olympics committee is concerned, or at least they haven't made rules against various drugs yet.
Well, some of them are hard to track, so there's that.
Yeah. No, that is true. Though I do love this tweet about as far as like the possibility that it actually is just a guy, taking care of himself normally, just kicking the shit out of people who drug the shit out of themselves. Mm-hmm. Imagine blasting every compound known to mankind just to lose to the guy who probably just drank water and went to bed on time. That's great. Fucking hell. Yeah, but I do think it was fun that like they just finally decided to actually try this, I guess the normal Olympics was starting to get just a little too stale, so we had to finally break out the drug Olympics. And apparently this happened with some other category as well. Like I don't remember exactly what it was, but I heard that another category like the same thing happened where somebody who was just completely natural beat all the enhanced athletes. I don't remember what it was though. But sorry, you were saying, Bear?
So I do like the idea, like the basic conceptual idea behind this. So, load people up on all drugs and see what that can actually do for you, where you can get with that. But I kind of want to see it more for the Paralympics.
Wait. So I'm sorry, like the enhanced Special Olympics, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
The really special Olympics. Guy has no neck control whatsoever. His head's just rolling around, but he's run it like Mach 1.
Going to hell, Bear.
Arms are flopping behind. I am going to hell, but it'll be a fun trip.
He's an arm swap. What is he, fucking Ed from Ed?
Yes.
Sounds correct. Yeah.
Tongues rolling out, catching the wind. It's giving him, a little boost.
God damn
the downward force.
It's that little bit of drag he needs to get safely around the corners. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I put the Super Special Olympics in possible titles?
Yes.
I'm already putting it in the title, so either you can do it or I can do it.
I'm putting it in the poll either way. So.
Okay. There you go. So fucked. Oh fuck. Yeah, I don't know, man. All right, so what's next though? What do we do after like? What do we do after drugged Olympics? Right? Do we do Olympics where everybody has a gun with one bullet after this? Is that the next natural step?
No, the next natural step is you just get rid of the regular rules. You know, you make it so that they just have to complete it no matter what the competition is. You know.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we're gonna get to the point that if we do that, like we're gonna have there's gotta be some amount of regulation at some point though, because you can't just you can't do unlimited drugs because then somebody's heart's gonna fucking like explode during like the 50-meter run or whatever. Right?
Sounds like a poor choice on their part.
It's a skill issue. Their heart wasn't skilled enough to not explode.
I mean, if you really want to do that much drugs, if you feel that strongly about winning, you go right ahead. But if you end up dead on the floor, that is your fault.
Yeah. Chat, these two just want someone to die at the end.
Look, we are going to inch our way towards something like Running Man or the Hunger Games, and I'm ready for it.
I don't want anybody to die, but at the same time, I am not going to stand in somebody else's way as they do something obviously stupid to kill themselves. Because that is why there are so many people in the world that are this stupid. Because we keep trying to save them from themselves. At some point, we have to let them take themselves out of the gene pool.
Wait, no, I got it. This is what we actually do. Right? I just thought of it. Because I was thinking, my thought was like, I can't believe we're like looking for the Olympics where somebody ends up fucking John Henrying themselves, right? But no, that's it. That's what we do. We start pitting humans against machines. We do the man versus machine Olympics, right?
With
we
the drugs,
have the robots. With the drugs, sure, fine, with the drugs. But we have the robots, right? They're coming along. They're not quite there yet, but they're getting there where we're going to have an iRobot situation. And then we put those robots into the Olympics and have the humans go at them, right? The drugged up humans, and we see who takes it. Right?
Yeah.
A human at the limit of human potential, or a really well-made robot. Who takes that one? We got to know. That is actually important that we know who wins this fight, right? Because then we know how far we can go with the robots before it becomes a problem.
I imagine a really old Southern man, talking shit about those conniving clanker competitors, and just brings a special joy to my heart. We'll get there eventually.
Eventually, I have to imagine. It's a matter of time. Humanity will get bored enough to do it eventually.
Well, we're talking drugged up people right now. We are going to eventually get to the genetically augmented people.
Oh yeah. Fucking. I want to see. I don't know if you guys know what Bloody Roar is.
Yes, I do.
Okay, I want to see real life Bloody Roar. So Rada Bloody Roar is an old like 3D arena style fighting game, kind of like Tekken, but every character on the roster is like a fucking were animal of some sort. Like one guy turns into a panda, another guy turns into like a fucking jaguar person, lions, tigers, bear, all that shit, right?
Is it like Altered Beast?
Yeah, but as a fighting game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. So we need real life Bloody Roar. That would be sick. I would pay any amount of money to see that shit. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, but that's. Well, I mean, I guess there's. We can take a quick peek in on our good old Twitch CEO here. So what's he
masturbating to now?
Twitch will launch the ability for creators to self and source a view cap if they feel like they are being view botted. So presumably allow the creator to avoid punishment issued by Twitch's detection by proactively self-capping.
I'm so glad I don't stream on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm just like, so instead of like actually fixing the problem of the bots, you're gonna put it on each creator to fix it themselves. And if they don't, you're just gonna fucking You're gonna punish them
Well,
anyway.
Pretty much, yeah.
And fix. Fucking air quotes on fix. Because he also went on to say, this isn't stopping people from coming in and actually viewing you. It just caps the number. That's all. Its number doesn't go up. There are still a whole bunch of bots in your chat.
Yeah. I'm self-capping at 10 viewers. Don't ever want to be accused of selling out. So you're going to let the other 5 view bots count. Yeah, it's like you got 10 viewers, 5 of them are bots.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is the point of this? And you're talking Twitch, where it already doesn't tell you how many people are really in your chat.
Nope, sure doesn't.
It's just it's commendable on some level that we went beyond a bad solution to just straight up make a retarded solution.
Well,
like the most retarded solution possible, really.
And that's it. But that fills in with what Clancy is all about. It's just the performative.
Also, thank you, Chaos Smash, for the $2. Much appreciated. Clancy is the epitome of a living midlife crisis.
That man
is beyond midlife.
Post-life crisis at this point.
Yeah, but isn't he like fucking close to like 70 at this point? How fucking old is he, Clancy? You know what? Let's just Google it real quick.
Yeah, the power of the internet tells us that it's 62. He is not looking good for 62.
Yeah, it's not great. You know what? But I want to hear what he actually has to say about it. Like, how's he explaining this?
We're going to be launching the ability for streamers to apply a cap to their stream if they feel like they're being botted. So this is where a streamer feels like they're being botted. They can go to the stream manager. They decide what they think should be the right cap based upon their historic CCV. If they get it too low, in the end, it won't hurt them in terms of ads running or in terms of community, because people won't be turned away. So in terms of monetization, it won't hurt them. We're going to be launching.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Because I mean, obviously, he's addressing the obvious concerns of something like this, but like, how do you actually make sure that's not the case? If you're letting people cap their viewers, like, how do you know that people won't be turned away once that cap is hit? Like, how would that work exactly?
And more to the point, so if your cap, nothing past your cap counts, really what stops you from view botting to your cap and then not caring what actual humans come in and out? Because obviously, if you're using the cap, you must not be view botting, because the view botting is supposed to limit the number of people. What you've just done is guaranteed how many views or whatever you're getting on something, as opposed to doing any capping whatsoever. You haven't actually solved the problem of the fact that these people are going to be view botting. What you've done is given them a neat way to weasel through.
It's something, instead of seeing huge spikes all the time, it's just a consistent flat viewer amount.
And then anybody extra who happens to come in, I mean, all a person has to do is sit down and think, okay, so I generally get what I think is this many human viewers. This is how many views I need a month to be able to make how much money I want to in a month. So if I cap my views at this, I don't really have to worry about if the humans are watching or not, because the bots will take the places of the human views, and Twitch will pay me for those views, and the humans will just kind of make it look like there's actually humans there. So this is so dumb.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the long and short of it. It's just fucking dumb. Oy vey. But yeah, as far as Twitch goes, kind of par for the course, eh?
Yeah.
Well, with that, I mean, that's pretty much everything we have to cover tonight. I don't think there's really anything else for this week. So I suppose we can start getting ready to wrap things up.
That sounds like a thing we can do.
All right.
Hold on, I gotta get out of that.
3 hour podcast, pretty solid, I'd say.
Yeah, no, that's good.
I feel like 3 hours is actually like the sweet spot. Like we usually plan for about a 4 hour stretch.
Yeah.
And sometimes on that, but I feel like 3 hours is like a real good sweet spot for a podcast session.
No, 3 hours is good.
I don't think there was any story that we ran through quick. We were able to talk about everything that had value to us. Some weeks are just overloaded.
Some weeks are we definitely got more than others.
That, and I imagine Rod is fucking drooling, staring at the controller, and
Yeah.
No, no offense to everybody, but I've got a new toy to play with, and I haven't had the chance to do it yet, and now is a good time to do it. So let's pick our titles. The first one that's going in is the Super Special Olympics.
Right at the top.
So you guys go ahead and tell me what else you think we should have in there.
I think Roll for Conception is pretty strong.
I like Primitive Practical Goo Technique.
You know, I feel like Artificial Satan Signal is a little stronger.
You think so?
I think a little bit. What do you think, Rada? Between the two? I'll let you pick.
I think the Artificial Satan Signal.
Okay. Yeah, I'll accept that.
All right, so we need one more then. So what we got?
But you also have to read the super chat from Chaos Rest.
Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah. Yeah, two of them, actually. Oh, no, wait. Oh, no.
You read the first one.
So Chaos Smash for another $5. Thank you, Chaos. Appreciate you. It's such a dumb idea, so much that it makes sense coming from this hippie freak of nature. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
So okay, the only surprising thing Twitch has done recently to me is they fucking banned that woman who did the
foot, the green screen feet, like, Dark Souls thing.
Oh God, they just want the whole thing with that is so stupid because she just a few weeks ago had a fucking GIMP 2 in another one on her streams. So who the fuck cares if she paints the bottom of her feet green or black or whatever and green screens goddamn what was it, Demon Souls onto it that she was going to do, or Dark Souls? I don't remember which one. But still, the fucking idea that one is worse than the other in any way, shape, or form is so stupid. At least she's not sitting with her whole damn ass on a clear chair anymore.
Well, maybe Dan Clancy's got like a fucking Quentin Tarantino thing going on, where like feet is just like the most depraved, pornographic material possible, and that's why he got triggered by it.
I think he would leave it on with the way Clancy operates. I think he's just anti-foot. Maybe he's one of the sensible folk who are like, oh, feet are disgusting.
True, fair point.
Sly Maverick has just sent us a super chat.
Oh shit! Hello.
Oh, well,
hello. Thank you, Maverick. That was lurking. Thanks for another stream. Yeah, no worries.
Thank you so much for being here.
We still got a little bit to go here. I don't know if we have any questions to answer.
We haven't picked our fourth one yet.
Oh right.
I like the Wafflehouse of Pain.
Wafflehouse.
And it does go with the thumbnail. So yeah,
it does. We don't normally match our thing to our thumbnail, but nothing wrong with that.
We might not this time either.
So poll is up. I'm going to go look at questions now.
All right, folks. If you could go ahead and throw a vote on there, for the title you want for this episode, that would be very ideal. Yeah, we like to
questions
let you guys
are empty.
Oh,
all right.
Shit.
Rada, I linked you a game that looks kind of like up your alley. Maybe we could just look at the trailer for that.
You linked me a game?
I sent you it on Discord.
You did?
Well, shit. Maybe you should have sent it to the fucking topics channel.
Well,
so I can bring it up on the share screen
specifically for Rada. So.
Okay.
Oh. Well, if you say you want to watch the trailer.
Yeah, well now. Hey,
that was before we knew that we needed something to stall for.
Yeah. So, do I need to drop it in the topics so that we can? Chaos Smash for $2 is asking. So, where's our favorite Latinx friend? Our favorite Latinx friend left his voice at work, so he was unable to join us tonight.
Unfortunately, Asta's getting used to having an actual job now, so
he has to actually talk to people on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
There's
he's doing his best though.
Unfortunately, it was too much for his frail twink body to handle, and so he has to rest for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But you should be happy to know that he's doing a lot more physical work. He's going to go from twink to twunk in no time.
Nah, he's still going to be. If there's one thing I've learned, if you're a twink, it doesn't matter how much muscle you get, you're still a fucking twink.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we're on some freak shit. I can see why you recommended this to Rada.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh, not the banana. Oh, that's so fucked up.
A banana with legs. I love it. Kind of a bit of a control feel there.
Yeah. So it's a physics-based Eldritch puzzle thingy.
Cool.
Whoa!
So, but I thought it was up here.
That shot right there, holy
out
fuck!
Or anything yet?
That
that down
fucked
into the
me.
hall.
Yeah, that fucked me up a little bit.
Yep.
Those are cool.
Wasn't ready for that.
Looks interesting.
What about you, chat? You guys got any fun trailers or anything we can look at to kill a little bit more time? Give you guys some time to vote.
I think Chaos Mash is confused by our conversation.
Possibly.
Which part there, Chaos? Because there's so much to be confused by.
Is it about Asta? I mean, because to be fair, we're very confused about Asta in general sometimes.
He's a special boy.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, saw that coming out. Figured it was up her alley. So
It looks cool. It's not a game, but I did see the trailer for Bleach TYBW.
TYB what?
I think it's
Like
isn't
the-
it
like anime,
the
right?
movie or something they're putting out or something?
1,000 Year Blood War. That's the okay. Well, I'd feel bad about like watching that without Asta here because he's like the only one who fucking knows Bleach.
yeah, we
so.
should save that one for him.
Well, I mean, you
I haven't gotten to that part yet.
Yeah, let's say how's the Bleach reading been going?
I've been stalled out on the same place for a while. I just haven't been into that kind of reading right now because it's a different type of reading. So, just not really in a good headspace for that.
Speaking of, did any of you, the other of you, come across the thing on X? People talking about them reading books.
Oh my god! Fuck those people, please.
Yeah, you came across it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I retweeted on that.
I came
one.
across somebody else trying to defend them.
Holy
Dude.
shit! Why?
Okay,
So many people trying to defend them. Oh, but you know, why are you defending these people, or why are you attacking these people? It doesn't matter. At least they're reading. Kinda. Yeah. I mean, technically, they have picked up and opened a book, but they're skipping everything.
So, chat, for your understanding, because we haven't actually described this yet. The people we've come across people that have openly said that what they do is they skip all the descriptive parts of the book and only go and read the dialogue because that's the important part.
That's the only thing that matters. So the descriptors don't mean anything. The dialogue is the only thing that moves the story. There's absolutely nothing else that happens in a book other than dialogue, apparently.
Yeah. And it's because they don't understand and can't envision the descriptive parts.
The worst part is the one who admits that she's writing a book and she's trying not to use descriptive portions. It's like, who wants to just read a conversation? Even when there's this really cool account on Twitter, and he posts really cute little dialogue stories generally. But even he occasionally has, little pieces of descriptor in there, movements, actions, things that people do that is part of the descriptor. But part of knowing what's going on in the conversation is knowing where these people are and what are they doing at the time. And it's just so retarded, but it doesn't surprise me at the same time because of the state of public education. Let's face it, so many people don't have above a 6th grade reading level, and it's scary.
Oh yeah, like I've been seeing like the TikToks about it. It's like, yeah, like from teachers who actually teach children. It's like, yeah, we don't read books anymore. We read like excerpts from books because they can't handle a whole fucking book anymore. Yeah. It's like, that is horrifically depressing.
Of course they can't handle the whole book. You don't give them a whole book so they don't have to learn how to handle it. And then you sit there, well, they can't do it, so I'm not going to make them do it. If you don't make them do it, they never learn how to do it. If you don't do things, you never learn how to do them. That's how it fucking works.
Well, it's not that they're not getting whole books. It is, but it's not that. The problem is that, they'll get books, they'll get things to read, they'll fail at reading those things, and then they get passed through the class anyways.
Well, that's one of the things that are definitely a problem.
Yeah.
So Chad, this is what we're actually talking about here. This tweet showed up, and people were fucking flabbergasted, as Rada clearly is. But yeah, finding out people on Book Talk skip everything but dialogue, that is to say the parts that are in quotations of characters actually talking, makes reading 30 plus books a year make a lot more sense.
Right.
But that's even okay, but if you were really reading books, 30 in a year isn't a lot.
No, 30 isn't much.
No, guys, this is smart though. I hate all the descriptions. Like I can't even envision it, and it is boring. Although when I write, I feel like I need to add stuff like that in to make a good book. Are you what? You're almost there. Like
No, she's nowhere near there. She's not there at all. She's so far from there that there isn't even something on the horizon. She is in fact the sun, and there is Delta Centauri.
No, because like she says, when I write, I feel like I need to add stuff like that in to make. Oh, wait a minute. No, she put it in quotations. Meaning she.
Yes, exactly. No. That's what I'm talking about. She is so far from there that the light from this sun will not reach it until not only are we all dead, but the entire universe has gone cold.
Well, okay, so this was great, and then from this I saw what other people consider reading is putting on audiobooks at 2 times speed and just leaving it as background noise.
I enjoy audiobooks. I think people should listen to audiobooks, but they are not the same as reading.
Reading the actual book.
That does not count as reading a book.
Well, listen, I prioritize character development and plot, okay? Others prioritize prose. Declaring one real over the other is such a weird form of literary gatekeeping. Oh my god.
But you don't understand that character development can be expressed through descriptors and
This where if the
like at that point you're reading a book, you're like reading a
angry,
script.
They don't understand the character's angry.
Yes, exactly. That these
even scripts like have
they'll have blocking directions,
stage direction,
yeah, like that, right?
Stage directions. They'll describe the scene.
It's like how do you like even understand what's happening in a book if all you're reading is it's like watching a movie. Well, no, it's like listening to a movie. Like it's like sitting in front of a movie with your eyes closed and thinking you're gonna understand what the fuck's going on. Like what?
It's okay. So once upon a time, and the long ago's. I'm not even this old, but they did these things called radio dramas, and even in these radio dramas, where the only thing they had was their goddamn voices to express what's going on, they still set up the environments. There was still descriptors. There were all sorts of things that gave you an idea of where these people were and what they were doing for the purpose of understanding the overall story, not just listening to them having a fucking conversation.
Yep, exactly. Also, this tweet is perfect. We've lost the plot. Quite literally.
Some people obviously never had it.
I'm sorry, but is this lead poisoning?
Oh man, it's
I wish it was lead poisoning. There are people with lead poisoning who can read. I mean, sure, granted, they may not be reading like Anthem or The Lord of the Rings, but they can at least handle a small book. But these people, it explains so much of why the writing in these book talk apps, the apps where these girls buy these very sexually driven books. It explains so much why 90% of them is the conversation that these two people are having, interspersed with descriptions of sex, and that's it.
Yeah, and I bet they read those. They absolutely, oh my god, fair,
yeah,
fair. It's the text-based RPers that are good at nothing but explaining the sex part.
It is.
That's literally what this is. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know if you know about this at all, Rada, because
I'm very old.
I'm just the thing you only. Yeah, no, it's the thing you only get. It's a weird thing, but you only get this if you ever participated in like text.
Do you know what the Red Dragon was?
Yeah.
What?
The Red Dragon Inn.
Red Dragon Inn?
Yeah.
No.
It was a series of chat rooms on AOL where people would go to role play with each other.
Yeah.
I was a heavy participant in that.
Oh, okay. So you get this.
I understand what we're talking. I was there when the magic was created. I am.
do not
the old magic.
Magic to me.
Yes.
Negro. I was there when it was written.
Pretty much.
But yeah, man. Like,
so we have 2 super chats.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
3 super chats. Sorry.
sorry, just let me finish my thought. I just love the fact that like there's a perfect analogy for this, and it comes from fucking like text-based RP sexters. My God, it's great.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Give us more righteously angry abyssy critty, says the Soul Knight with $5. Thank you, Soul Knight. What are the other ones?
Please never write abyssy critty again.
There was one before that and one after.
Batman Nightfall and Superman Doomsday are the best radio dramas. I have never the Soul Knight, fucking preach Squid Lady for $2. Thanks, guys. Thank you all so much for the super chats. Much appreciated, guys.
Yeah. Fucking God. Jesus Christ. I don't know who these people are. I don't know where I don't know what hole spawned them, because I don't think it was I don't believe they came from a woman's body. They have to have crawled out from some kind of goddamn rock and then went through the actual brainwashing.
But at least now I know, right? At least now a new answer. A new universal answer has been revealed to me through this. Now I know what happened to the sex RPers, right? They just became fucking dark romantasy novelists.
They're the book talk crowd. And I gotta say, just earlier, I fucking wish it was lead poisoning. Because at least if it was lead poisoning, it would mean they'd have a shorter lifespan. But I feel like these people are gonna be around for far too fucking long.
And if it was lead poisoning, we'd know how to prevent it in other people. No, this is just straight up. It's there's so many levels to how a person gets to this, that fixing the education system is not going to fix the problem, but it would at least be a small start. Just how long, where did that come from? How angry this makes me is just ridiculous. It's like, I wonder, could these, no offense to comic book readers, could these people even handle a comic book? Because let's face it, that's all pictures and dialogue.
I think
it depends on the comic, I think, is the answer to that question.
Yeah, I was going to say, from stories earlier, these people are not emotionally mature enough to handle comic books or manga. Even though it's just pictures.
Really. They're not mature enough to handle much of anything. Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay.
The Cat Smash for $2 says they came from Satan's asshole. Yeah, that sounds accurate.
There we go. I think that's. Do we have a title?
I'm sure we have a title. I just don't know what it is because I'm on the wrong screen.
The Wafflehouse of Pains.
Yeah, Wafflehouse of Pain has one.
There it is.
Congratulations, guy.
The stars have aligned. Good job, chat. Well done.
For once, our title actually matches our thumbnail. And it happens once in a blue moon.
Gotcha. Cool shit. All right, guys. Well, I guess we're pretty much ready to head out. But before we do, Rada, anything coming up for you?
I will be streaming Thursday. I don't know what I'm streaming, but I'm streaming something on Thursday. I'm kind of working on a video and a half. I don't know. We'll see how this goes, because my plan is to actually do a review on the controller. So I plan to do a review on a controller, and I plan to do the review for The Secret of Weepstone. So that's in the middle of talking, and OBS dropped out, and now it's reconnected.
Yep, I saw that.
Yeah, okay, so it's starting to have.
Ooh, hold on. There we go. It's coming back. I probably just need to restart everything. So I'm just going to wrap up real quick, but see me streaming this weekend.
Okay. No, you're good. At least we can probably still do Rivals on Thursday night. So I'll
say that one more time for everybody.
We can probably still at least do Marvel Rivals on all. So much for being here. Appreciate every single one of you. And of course, those of you who offered the super chats, thank you very much for showing your support. We'll be back next week, of course, on Tuesday night with more of the Offensive Charm podcast. We'll be covering whatever happens between then and now, however much that could actually be. Really, it can't be that much. But, we'll see.
Why
we will.
To us?
We will see what we have to talk about then, and we hope you guys will be there with us. In the meantime, in between time, make sure to take care of yourselves, eat and drink, and get enough sleep. Really, that's like a big thing these days with a lot of people. Get enough sleep. Trust me,
it's true.
Yep.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys then. Till next time. Later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.